Howdy.
Holy shit. Every time somebody hops on, it terrifies me out of nowhere. Well, hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Random question, how do you eat bananas?
I take off the peel and then I just eat it. I don't know.
So you stick it in your mouth.
Yes.
And then you bite it.
Yes.
So you're an adult.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to touch the banana. That's why the peel is like the handle, you know? I don't want to get all banana-y hands.
The peel is the handle. This is coming straight from the mouth of Russell, ladies and gentlemen. What an interesting idea to look at. I ask you for a very particular reason.
You got some heathens.
I know some children placating as grown men who believe that there is some sort of inappropriate sexual innuendo that is inferred by taking it straight in the mouth. Interesting way I described that there.
Yeah, you just kind of had to word it like that, huh?
Yeah, I did. Absolutely, I did. Because I want them to suffer through this. Anyway.
Right.
This is good tea. Ooh, I love this song. Anyway, so basically, I've seen people, they have to break the tip off and then toss it in their mouth. And I'm just not understanding what possessed someone to think that that was the right way to go with this.
It's just a lot of extra steps, man.
Same thing going in your mouth. But now it's just touching more stuff. And I don't know if I like that.
Look, man, if the people around me want a show, then they get a show. I get my banana.
I mean, now that's the way to look at it.
It's on them if they're looking or not. I don't care. I'm still eating that banana.
Now, you right about that. That ain't gonna bother me not one bit. The Star Wars prequels are secretly brilliant. I don't know if it's secretly brilliant, but you know, let's go throw that in there. All right, so basically, the Dream fake his speed run. Oh, I'm gonna watch that later. Basically, tonight, Nestle has provided us some fantastic content to respond to. As you all know, we enjoy engaging with a lot of YouTube media. No strangers to Jubilee, of course. So tonight, we're gonna watch Do All OnlyFans Creators Think the Same? And there's so much here. There's just so much to discuss here. And so I think we need to cover it. The man who mailed himself out of jail, man. If y'all can see my watch later on YouTube, it's foolish. That's what I can do here. How to eat a banana. In front of a guy. Now what? There are actual instructional videos? Alright, here we go. Yeah, alright. I got something for you. Okay, how to eat a banana in public. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and let you know what's going on, my big dog. Do. Bow, bow. Alright. I know you see the yellow phallic fruit. Let's do it. This man with his handkerchief. Why are you looking around? Look at this technique. Somebody explain this to me. Now, personally, I don't think that's necessary. How you feel about that? That looks nice.
Oh, is there a visual aid? What's going on here?
Oh my. This man said he didn't even see it. All right, let me show.
Okay, I got the stream up now. Okay.
Who is this? What it do? Winnie, not the poo.
Hey yo, what up?
So we're talking about OnlyFans, bananas, and vaccines, because obviously those are all the same topic, clearly.
They are.
And so we are here. First and foremost, I asked my man Russell, how does he feel, or how does he eat a banana? And he said, I don't know, like a banana. Good response. Unpredictably predictable. I really enjoyed it. Hey Nestle, welcome. We're gonna get to the video as soon as. Hey Nestle. First off, hello Nestle. We're gonna get the video, but I just want to see. I had to ask Russell how he eat the banana. I want y'all to see. Is this man a sage, or is he a clown? Is this how men eat bananas in public? Let us know. I got a banana in my mouth.
I like how he's like looking around, like he's. You got to make sure nobody's watching. and then he still takes the extra step as if someone was watching.
Like, it's like he cannot get caught with this banana in his hand, bro.
Like it's taboo.
It is contraband.
Contraband, yes.
For a grown man to consume this yellow fruit, you going to hell if you're doing it. It's like the police just all around him, bro. If he get caught with it, it's donezo.
It is quite a dramatization.
He's not trying to get caught lacking, man.
All right. Oh, Nestle's here. Nestle, congratulations. You're now vaccinated. That's exciting.
Proud. Good job, Nestle.
Would you mind telling us which vaccine it was? How do you feel? How were you able to go about acquiring such a thing? There was a large discussion on this this morning. I spent most of my morning at the car dealership, spending $500 making sure my car don't explode.
I feel like some people would pay money to make sure their car does explode.
Now, that's a thing that happens. All right, she went this afternoon. Ashley let us know that you can Publix is accepting what's it called, registrations and appointments. Say you smoke or you're a caregiver. Interesting. Girl had to book for Douglas County. There was nothing in Cobb. How far is that from Atlanta? Ooh, child. Cobb is Atlanta, but also it isn't. But I mean, it really is. I mean, Cobb County is on 285. It's Atlanta. Cobb County ain't nowhere. All right. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, look. It's our homie. So, starting off this. Now, I have this horrible, some might call it horrible. I have this reputation. That's what I'll call it. I have a reputation. I have this reputation for like whenever we watch videos on YouTube, I always, let's just say every 10 minutes takes me an hour to get through, because I stop every 14 seconds and then have to have a dissertation on whatever bullcrap I just heard. And honestly, I'm in the mood to kind of accept that, not rally against it. How do you all feel? Like, how do you want to like watch the whole thing, then discuss it, stop and start? I've scheduled 2.5 to 3 hours for this. I'm not sure if y'all in a rush or anything, but you know, Nestle.
I think stop start is good. It's like a 20-minute video. It'll be hard to like save everything till the end.
That's true. That's true. I don't want anybody feeling like they have to take notes. This is not distance learning. This is not online school. So I don't want you to feel like you have to have your notes app up, you know, and then save your question to the end, raise your hand, such and such. We're going to get into it, all right? Now, before we do this, I feel like before this discussion begins, we should really open the floor for first takes, impressions. What are your thoughts on OnlyFans? Your idea about it? Do you even know what it is? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Who wants to go first?
I don't know much about it from like the business side, but I have partaken of some. I mean, it's all right. Nothing crazy.
I think
it's bringing power to the people,
That's an interesting observation. Wynn, how about you?
My main take is that OnlyFans would not be thriving without sex workers.
And though I don't mean to date this conversation too severely, but I live in the Atlanta area, and it was not 48 hours ago that some white guy drove to 3 different massage parlors. My goodness.
Parlors.
Thank you. 3 different massage parlors. I still said it. What the hell? All right. 3 different massage parlors. There we go. That were, predominantly patroned and owned by Asian Americans. And he killed 8 people, ostensibly, or rather allegedly. Killed 8 people, 6 of whom, so that 75% of these people were of Asian American descent, or of Asian descent, rather. Many of whom were alleged or claimed to be sex workers. The assailants, I won't say his name, but the assailant's justification was that he had a sex addiction, and this was how he was handling it or taking care of that particular thing. This incident will not be what this particular thing is about, but it does. I do want to follow in Wynn's steps here and say, yes, this channel does support sex workers. They deserve more protection, more support, more acceptance, less stigmatization. Many of them are doing what they do because they love it and they want to, and that's great. A lot of people are doing it because they have to. They have other options. That's not as great, but we should not shame them, or it should not be a taboo subject. I just want to say that, lay that groundwork out. I want everyone to be aware of where I stand on the issue. So yes, Wynn, thank you for that. We support sex workers. I guess, well, we stand. Do you stand for it? I'm not sure. What is the most diplomatic and legally accessible way to explain this? Because I don't want it. This channel does not funnel any money into any sex worker organizations or into any pockets of sex workers. But in general, we're cool. I
partake of their content.
So yeah, some of our members of our panel, on an individual basis, certainly do support the industry of sex work and many of its people. And so yes, I support that fully, and that's what I'll say about that.
Hell yeah.
So I just put a fan under my shirt because I am warm, but I don't want to take my jacket off because it looks so nice.
It's the struggle.
You know what they say about fashion, if it don't kill you. Anyway, yeah, Wynn says sex workers support it. They're the foundation of it. Russell says he partakes. Good idea of it. I do want to say, now, you said something very interesting, Russell. You was like, nothing too crazy on there. What do you mean by that? That's very, not that there's anything wrong or that you meant anything by that. I'm just wondering, what would it look like if it were, quote unquote, crazy stuff on there?
I just meant like I haven't seen anything crazy on there.
What would
I'm
qualify?
sure if you wanted to find something crazy on there, you definitely could.
Do you want to explain what would qualify?
No, I will not specify, but I'm sure you can find someone. I'm sure you can find someone that can cater to your specific requests.
Request. I see where you're going.
Yes, to your request.
Yes. So for those who don't understand, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. OnlyFans is a website, or rather a platform, if you will, where content creators can provide specific types of personalized content. Think of it as if it were I wouldn't say a Twitter feed. It's more like an Instagram. But,
I mean, it's chronological, so it's already beat Instagram on that front.
Exactly. So, yeah, Instagram, that's a whole other thing. Jesus Christ. The thing is, let's just say if you're a creator, you create a profile, you create a name, you get your own link to your profile, yada, 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 and then you post content on there. Videos, photos, there are polls that you can do, comments, there's personal messages, and lots of these, what have become standard social media features. The difference is you can post not safe for work content on there and charge people to view your profile. So it's
Which
not...
is basically synonymous with.
Exactly. So you don't have to do that. There are no guidelines saying this is what you have to post. I mean, there may be some that saying you can't post this, that, and the third, but it's not like you have to be a sex worker to be on OnlyFans. I mean, you can get on there and have a master class if you want, teach people how to play guitar. gardening, yada yada yada. I mean, you can go on there. You can make an OnlyFans account and post pictures of fans. Take it literally. There are OnlyFans on my account.
You can also make it free. You don't even have to charge if you don't want to.
The cheapest price you can charge is $4.99. And then there is the free option. But then you can also offer discounts. You can offer promotional ranges. You can run campaigns that'll go for like X amount of months. You can do group packages. So like
pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's a huge thing where it's like, hey, I'm gonna send you this. You can watch my free stuff. My account is free or whatnot. And you can see most of my stuff on my account for free. But then if you want to see something extra, then I can DM you a certain thing and you have to pay a certain amount of money to view it, or you can follow the account for free, but then some of the stuff on the actual profile you can get charged for as well. A lot of things. I assume everybody here has an understanding of it. I just want to make sure everybody is aware of what it is, what it does, how it works. Again, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on the business. I can't tell you the backstory or the history of OnlyFans, but I can tell you where it is right now. It was big before the pandemic, and then COVID happened and it exploded. I know a lot of people personally who have either been on OnlyFans, are currently on OnlyFans, or are planning to get on OnlyFans. It's really saying the quiet part out loud now. I know there are a lot of people who have talked about it publicly, who say they can't make one because of their certain career paths or where they are in life, and they're like, yeah, I can't do this, that, and the third if I have had one of these, you know what I'm saying? Again, they don't decide what you put on there, but Russell has made a good point. It is synonymous with a specific style of content. That being said, though, it's not like, and I'm 24 years old, it's not something that I like can't talk to my other people about. I have no problem telling people I've had an account, seen some stuff on there. I ain't made nothing. Don't get the wrong idea.
Not yet.
Did you watch the OnlyFans documentary on Hulu? I did not. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Maybe I'll come back now and write a report.
That reminds me, Bella Thorne like fucked it up for everybody.
Okay, so yeah, Bella Thorne. If y'all don't know who what was she otherwise, a singer, right?
Shake it up.
Like, basically, if I remember the situation correctly, Bella Thorne, she charged a lot of money and then said that she was going to give one thing, but then when people paid for it, it wasn't that thing. And so people asked for their money back. And when people asked for their money back, OnlyFans, the company, lost so much money that they changed the payout structure for other creators.
Oh shit, I remember that.
Yeah, I don't agree with what she did. They talked about it in the documentary. Yeah, basically, Bella Thorne said, if you do X, Y, and Z, you pay this amount of money, I will give you this thing. A lot of people were upset about that thing that they got when they actually paid it. And so a lot of people requested refunds. OnlyFans had to pay out so much money, they changed the payment schedule. So a lot of people do this for money. A lot of people can make a lot of money with this. I mean, OnlyFans has made millionaires. Let's be real here. Just like YouTube, just like any other social media, it has the potential to turn people into internet celebrities and make a lot of real money. Some people depend on that money. For a lot of people, this is their second or third job. They're hoping that this money comes in. They take a few pictures online. They post some stuff on social media. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Asteroid. Thank you all so much for coming. They post some pictures online. They post some videos. They get a little extra change, and it pays their bills. For a lot of people, this pays their bills. And so what Bella Thorne did is what some people say toxic and controversial, is because instead of people getting paid out every week, now they have to wait till the end of the month. I'm not going to go back to that discussion we had 2 or 3 weeks ago.
We did have that discussion already.
We literally did. We had that discussion that was like, I was making the point that it is easier to get paid more often than to get paid less. There were other people who thought that it should not matter. I won't rehash that argument, but I will say definitively, these people were upset because they got paid less often, and it made a considerable difference in their ability to pay for their responsibilities. I'm just using that as an example of, yes, again, it matters how often you get paid, even if you don't change the amount that you get paid. And Bella Thorne made things a lot harder for a lot of people who are just trying to pay their bills. If you get $1,000 a month or $250 a week, one of those is substantively different. And these people who got screwed over by this, they will vouch for that particular thing. A lot of people have not experienced getting paid once a month, and a lot of people have no idea living paycheck to paycheck. For a lot of people, they just have opinions and it doesn't affect them. I understand that. But I'm just saying, if you don't believe me, ask somebody else. They will tell you it literally makes a huge difference. Okay, so Asteroid said, I will say it's def lucrative, but my only concern is what these young people are going to do when the world opens back up and in-person sexual interactions pick up again. A lot of people, so we have to discuss, there can't really be a comprehensive discussion on OnlyFans without a discussion on COVID. Again, OnlyFans blew up in the context of COVID. So many people, it is so common to have an OnlyFans now. I know a lot of people I went to school with, whether in high school or college, people who have OnlyFans and whatnot. They make some really good money. They don't know how they would be surviving without it. They get laid off on their job. They take a few pictures. They recoup that, maybe even make some more money. I think that when people go back to work, Asteroid, to your point, hello, Mike. I think that when people go back to work, a lot of the people on OnlyFans will get to go back to work finally. The reason they're on OnlyFans is because they can't go back to work. Now, you will not hear me. I am not a free market capitalist. I am not a titan of industry. I will say, though, I really do think the market will work itself out now. There is a saturation of creators on OnlyFans right now. And new people are making accounts. They're popping up all over the place. But the appeal of OnlyFans is not like Hollywood, you know. It's not. I don't have brand loyalty to Disney. Some people do. I don't. I like Marvel movies. I like Star Wars movies. Yes. I don't have a loyalty to any company, to Warner Brothers, to Buena Vista, to Universal. I'll see whichever particular individual film they put out that I want to see. I'm not dedicated to one thing. I will pay a certain amount of money for a certain particular creator. And people keep asking, why would you pay for something that you can see for free? First off, most of the stuff you can see for free online is stolen, number one. So you're a thief and a pirate. However, the appeal of OnlyFans is, yes, there is that personal connection to somebody that you've never met. But my appeal personally is seeing this content made by people that I actually have already known. That is a very unique opportunity that I feel like I would not have had were this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 years ago, honestly. That's the whole appeal. And a lot of people are supported by people that they know and a couple other folks that they met online. And so what Asteroid is saying, basically you're selling your body online, and doing so severely limits your next possible job or career. So when the pandemic ends, I do believe people will stop spending as much time on OnlyFans. And so what will happen to those people who still have their whole lives to live and have to find work? Go ahead.
Because if doing OnlyFans in the first place has like put them in a stigmatized position where it's going to be harder for them to find work, why would they leave OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, like I would say you really can break down internet sex workers into two large categories. People who have built their entire personality around this content, people whose faces you can see in their content, and then everybody else, where they have one specific personality or persona. They'll make an OnlyFans. It'll be discreet. You'll never see their face. They're anonymous, but they still make the content. That's really two huge different categories. People go into that second category that they leverage that anonymity, you know, not just for their brand or something, but so that they can find an alternative path forward if they decide this is something they want to do. And then the other people who put their face in it, those are the millionaires. Those are the people who have every incentive to never leave OnlyFans, to never leave Patreon, to never leave Pornhub, to never leave all of these different accounts where they're popular. Their brand is their image. It's how they make that money, you know? OnlyFans people usually have followers elsewhere. They'll get fined normally. There you go, Nestle. You're saying exactly what I was just saying. Is that like most people on OnlyFans, let's just say, if you're the type of content creator who has an OnlyFans where your identity is discernible, where it may come up if somebody does a background check on you for a job interview or something, number one, you're probably perfectly fine without that next job, and that next job may not be the thing you wanted anyway. You probably have enough followers to where showing your face is a good investment for you. If you are the type of creator who needs your face to attract more followers, you probably have hundreds, if not thousands, sometimes millions of followers across different social media platforms. You have multiple streams of income. If OnlyFans gets taken down by somebody, you still got Patreon. If that goes, you still got X, Y, and Z website. You're still a influencer.
Go to like Twitch even.
Go to Twitch. Oh my God, bro! There are so many sex workers on Twitch, and their content on Twitch is literally just gaming. That's how they diversify their platform.
Like literally, so like, and this is like a girl with only like 5,000 followers on Twitter, but I don't know how many she has on OnlyFans, but she has like a free OnlyFans. She pulls up her like she pulls up a cooking stream, and literally all the stream can see is her ass while she cooks.
Yep.
Like 120 viewers immediately.
Yep. And I'm talking about raking in the money. You're getting subs, you're getting follows, you're getting donations. People are
They
going
got
to
options.
Exactly, and people are going to your Amazon wish list and buying things for you. So even if you never see an ounce of cash, they're buying for you.
The Sims are going crazy.
Exactly. So it's like, I understand, like, if you're the type of person, if you're concerned that this could limit your career path forward, then you're probably not the person who's even on OnlyFans to begin with. But if you see that this is something that can work for you, there are ways to make this content become popular, make some real money, and if not a lot of good money, just money, period. You know, and then you can transition out of it or transition into it. You can keep making, I mean, there's just so much you can do. And then honestly, again, it's a double-edged sword, because there is this constant idea, like it's synonymous. If you have an OnlyFans, you are a sex worker, even though that literally is not how it has to be. If I said I had an OnlyFans in my next job interview, they might look at me kind of weird. It should not affect what I do next. But again, the content isn't there. Like, it's different. It's like what you're saying, Asteroid, which is true, because a lot of people say that. People think that my boss found out I have an OnlyFans is the equivalent of saying my boss found my nudes on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? And
my boss paid for my nudes on Twitter.
Hey, they should. In my opinion.
Yeah, pay for your porn.
Exactly. Pay for your porn and pay for the people who make it. My God. I mean, you like to eat, don't you? Well, okay. I think food is a human right, but a different substance, a different circumstance. What I'm saying is, if you like the content, support the people that make it. I'm talking about, I don't care if it's art, if it's music, if these people are content creators, they are creatives. We pay everybody else. We pay through the nose for a damn $6,000 wedding video. You know what I'm saying? Why not pay these other people? And these people actually talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, bro.
Oh, they say all kinds of things to you.
They'll say exactly what you want to hear for a price.
Precisely.
And I'm not saying this is, broke boys not allowed. I'm just saying, if you really do like something, it is to your benefit and theirs. If you support the people who make it, if you didn't have to worry about getting another job, would y'all make an OnlyFans? Absolutely, I would. Oh my gosh, yes. I want to see how far I can go. I don't know if I got the body for it, but shit. I mean, you got all different types of folks on there. Body positivity.
I mean, I've heard personality, and I think you do great.
Okay, both of y'all said things I really want to hear. What did you say? What did you say, Win?
I said you have a stunning personality, and I think you do great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Now, what you said, Russell?
I said, from what I've seen, I mean, I've heard there's a market for the guys.
There is.
I don't think the body type even necessarily matters.
Yeah,
now, you might find that your customers are not exclusively girls, but you got customers,
Hey, man, if I own a tea shop, I don't decide who walked through my door and asked for tea. I sell. You know what I'm saying?
I give them the tea.
Exactly. The reason I brought up the other point.
In this case, okay.
Russell's weird. The reason I brought up the other point is because there was a girl in the Hulu doc who had a job and had OnlyFans, but her boss found it and her coworkers found it and she got fired, which seems awful problematic, probably legal, but only ambiguously so. Do you know what her job was? Because like a lot of the people I know who start OnlyFans, they're not in a position to be competitive in the corporate world where this type of thing may be seen as taboo. And so they really do have, I won't say they have nothing to lose, because you can lose your privacy and your safety, but like, it's not like they're putting something at risk, if that makes sense. She was a mechanic. Why the fuck? Hold on. All right. I'm not saying a mechanic is a lower tier job compared to other things in the corporate world, but I don't understand why it matters that a mechanic has nudes online. I mean, honestly, there are some jobs where I just assume everybody done did something. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I woke up in the McDonald's, I assume that everybody of legal age, everybody over the age of whatever consent is in that particular part of the world, if I walk into a McDonald's or any place that pays minimum wage, I just assume everybody got 14 other jobs. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't paying people living wages. So why the hell, why does it matter? Are you losing business, my guy? She makes enough on OnlyFans to live off, but she did express concerns over being able to find a job at the OnlyFans. Said she worried about it. Was she anonymous in the documentary? Is my question. I think it mattered because she worked with men and they were very inappropriate when they find out. Wait, so she got fired because these men can't control their dicks? Is that what you saying?
Freaking incels ruining everything.
Every time. So now we've arrived at the root of the issue, actually. We've arrived at the root. She has an OnlyFans. Men have seen her naked online, and because men can't control themselves, she loses her job. No, she wasn't anonymous during the interview. Well, yeah, I can understand that. It must have been a hard decision for her to even get on the interview for her. I mean, it has to be like a give and take, right? Where it's like if OnlyFans is going to become her thing, her cash cow, then imagine how many followers she can get from the OnlyFans documentary. But then she's kind of like decided that for a career. But in my honest opinion, I feel like a lot of people do that, though. There are some jobs that don't necessarily bar you off from other career paths, but there are so many decisions people can make for their professional lives that prevent them from transitioning to other areas. Like going to college and getting a degree in entertainment media means I'll probably never work in the finance division. Honestly, that's the decision I made. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's not because of a taboo or something. Yep, they were mad because she wouldn't smash them, but God forbid she smashed her boyfriend. So she didn't get fired for having OnlyFans. She got fired for explicit sexism, which again, if you got fired for OnlyFans, then it would be sexism as well. But I'm saying she got fired pretty much verbatim because she would not have sex with her male coworkers. She got a case there. I'm not a lawyer. Don't take legal advice from me ever. Don't ever take legal advice from me. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just saying. But where was I? Basically, what I'm saying is I have made decisions in my career that will make it more difficult, if not impossible, for me to have certain jobs in the future. Everybody does that. Working almost a year and a half in the public sector for a government agency means that that's 15 months of experience that I can't put into something else. It's just a decision you have to make. And, you know, every moment you spend anywhere is a moment you can't spend somewhere else. That's just how it is. It's a shame that OnlyFans it's a shame that for OnlyFans that's especially true for a number of dubious reasons. However, I wouldn't say that it's a unique situation, that if you choose to make money this way, you can't make money another way. Honestly, like if I'm dealing drugs on the street, I may not end up as a preschool teacher. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like it's different because like what you're saying is like you're basically describing opportunity cost, where like OnlyFans, it's like you're not just not doing the things to prepare for something else. You're getting something that is like actively inhibiting you, is what someone like you're taking on that extra stigma, which will actively make it harder for you to get that other career.
Exactly.
Whereas with your other examples, it's basically like you did nothing. You didn't gain anything, lose anything. But with like the OnlyFans, you actually lost something in that example.
So, let me explain why I think it's the same thing with extra steps or maybe another caveat, or I think it's the same concept with different qualifiers. So it's not so much as though, let me take my jacket off. I'm hot as hell. Hold on 1 second. All right. So it's not as simple as if you do one thing on Tuesday, you can't do another thing on Tuesday because hours are limited type thing. It's certainly not that simple. What I am saying is that there are decisions that you can make for your career that will influence other people to decide your worthiness for certain jobs and career paths. For me, it's not like I chose sex work, therefore I can't work in the office. It's not as extreme as that. It's on the same spectrum, but it's not as extreme. Also on the spectrum, but less extreme and sometimes more common, the type of field I choose to study in college. If I go to higher education and pursue one degree over another, you know, I'm more likely to become a graphic designer with a degree in entertainment media than I am to become the CFO of anything. You know what I'm saying? I think that yes, in one situation, the thing that puts them both on the spectrum is that you are making decisions that other people will use to decide whether or not you're worthy or qualified for a certain type of job. In one situation, it's simply a decision that you made, and it's like, are you competent for it? But in another situation, it's more so, is it the right image? There's a lot of different qualifiers, but I think the concept is you have to decide at every step of your career, is what you're doing right now going to enable you to do another thing or inhibit you from doing another thing? And OnlyFans, or choosing a certain career, working for a certain company, those are all different flavors of what I think is essentially the same thing.
Smelling which.
Cool. That being said, though, yeah, it is especially dubious for people who work in the, for sex workers, because it's almost like an instant thing. Like, there are jobs that I'm not competitive for because of my field of study, but if I were a sex worker, there'd be jobs that I'm instantly disqualified from. And so it's way more extreme in that regard. It's just, yeah. That being said, though, we're 45 minutes into this stream, and I have not even pressed play on this video yet. Why do y'all let me do this? Like, I don't understand why y'all just hop on this chat and allow me to just talk shit. Anyway.
Because it's fun.
It's your stream, not mine.
First off, how dare both of you? Second off, thank you. Third off, how dare both of you? I'm gonna post a picture of my sandwich in the chat, and that's what the last thing we're gonna look at, and then we're gonna watch this. All right. They are right. It is fun. Oh, stop that. Oh, I see what you mean. Like, going to school for public health, but trying to become an artist will be hard, but it's doable. But doing OnlyFans and then trying to become a doctor might be impossible. Pretty much, yeah. In that, like, doing OnlyFans and making your face seen, well, first off, having an OnlyFans is a career choice, but then making it to where you're not entirely anonymous is itself a career choice. That is now on your resume, whether formally or informally. Having that degree in studio design is also on your resume, whether formally or informally. When you're applying for that job, let's just say to be a nail tech, they may not care if you have an OnlyFans. They may like that. They may not care that you have a degree in design. They may like that. It just depends. But there are certain companies in certain corporate spheres that will see what you've done and based your competency and qualifications holistically, And so for some people, their degree is a major factor. For other jobs, their degree is not a factor. They don't look back that far for that particular job. For other people, OnlyFans is a major factor, or just being a sex worker or having a good public image. Because I imagine that if you want to get hired for a public-facing position, whether or not people can tell that you were a sex worker matters to the people who are hiring you. And so just like everything else, it really is, it's a more extreme version. It's just essentially the same thing. It is a career choice that is now formally or informally on your resume, if, potentially, unless you decide to, not leave it that way. But let me show you all this sandwich. All right, so I tried to make a banh mi. I made two different versions of it. And a banh mi is a Vietnamese sandwich. Cucumber, cilantro, lime, carrot, and usually like a barbecue chicken. I had a rotisserie chicken. My two attempts at banh mi. All right, I'm gonna show y'all what I got. I'm very much enjoying it. All right. So anyway, for all of y'all who are here, thank you so much. We really do. What am I saying? We really do appreciate your attendance. Well-attended show. Ooh, a Sammy. Yeah. So I made one today for lunch. It was turkey, and then the one I made last night, that was the big boy. That was rotisserie chicken. So let me tell you what's on it. So what I did was, first off, when you make your grilled cheese, spread mayo on the outside of the bread and toast it. I know that may sound weird for some of you. For other people, that sounds completely normal. Mayo is nothing but egg and oil. Again, I repeat, mayo is nothing but egg and oil. One more time, mayo is nothing but egg and oil. It fries your bread better than butter. Better than butter. The shit gets crispy and delicious. It's literally just oil, right? So what I did was...
Mayo is disgusting.
All right, first off, yes, in general, I agree. If I ever catch somebody eating mayo raw, then I may just have to swing on them right then and there. I may have to fight somebody for it. But let me explain. On a sandwich or in a salad, and by salad I mean like a tuna salad. And I don't mean like a. Never mind. Basically, here's what's on this. I toasted my bread. I put the doggone chicken on there, boy. I got a rotisserie chicken. I tore up some of the chicken breast. Put the rotisserie chicken on there. I got tomato. I got this spring mix. It's like power greens. It's like chard, kale, spinach. It's a bunch of different greens in there. I put that on there. Aioli is a fancy name for mayo. It literally is. Aioli and mayo are essentially the same thing. Oh, you don't eat mayo out the tub? Somebody ban her immediately. Somebody report her account. Anyway, so what I did was I put the spring mix on there. I had red onion, tomato. My favorite part, I have some roasted red peppers that I chopped up into little slivers, and I put that on there. Put some cilantro, a little bit of lime juice. I have what's called, it's like a sandwich dressing. It's olive oil, red wine vinegar, salt and pepper. Just shook that together and put it on there, and then I sprinkled, a couple seasonings, like some garlic powder, a tab, I put some lemon pepper seasoning mostly for color, but that little lemony peppery kick, it came through at the end. The cilantro, I will say, was a standout, and carrots for extra crunch, and I guess health or whatever, and some sriracha, and there we go. The shit was fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Oh, cannoli. Ollie don't like mayo. Anyway, that's my sandwich. Let's watch this video about OnlyFans. Let me stop lying to y'all and give y'all what I promised. Because, damn, Russell always be having me out here talking and speaking and stuff. Like, well, I ought to pay him something. All right, Russell, we're going on the road. It's just going to be, I'm going to give speeches, and you're just going to be the guy standing there the whole time. Or, Matt, you can bring a chair if you want. It might get tired. And then like every 26 minutes of me talking, you're just gonna ask a very simple question, and then I'll just keep going. That'll be our routine.
Sounds like a plan.
This man, I know this man got some in his mouth. Anyway, that's what she said. All right, let's go.
She was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm selling feet pics."
All right, hold on. that's a strong intro. The prompt is, my family knows I'm an OnlyFans creator. I would not mind if my family knew, because my mama don't know what OnlyFans is. But if she did, she never finding that shit. I don't even want her knowing I'm on Twitch.
She was like, "What are you doing?"
Can you turn the video up higher? I can barely hear it.
Yeah, I did. It is low for some reason. I keep it low because when I'm playing music, I want to be able to hear myself. But yes, let me not get carried away. Let me know if y'all can hear this real quick.
She was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm selling feet pics."
Yeah,
she was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, Mom, I just take pics of my feet and sell them for like $50." She was shook.
So can y'all hear that? Okay.
Oh, hang on. I have the call on speaker, I think. Maybe if I turn that off. I can't even find speaker.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah, I am on my phone.
Here you go. I can just barely hear. Feet pics are so lucrative. Feet pics, listen, y'all. When I tell y'all feet pics make so much damn money, I'm talking about, boy, you just throw some toes on the ground, baby. That's all it takes.
Foot fetishists, like, they are happy to throw their fucking money. It's
Mike,
really specific, but like, foot boys especially.
Mike, you asking, but why? You need to be asking how you can get involved. Yeah, Wayne, you really said something right there, dog. You really said, them feet boys, when I tell y'all, they throw the money out, boy. I'm talking about you paint your nails. You get real cute, you know what I'm saying? Get yourself a little pedicure. You spend $40 on your feet, they'll spend $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Just gotta find a base.
Bro,
You're set.
Ashley, get on the gram, sell some feet pics. Ain't nobody gotta know who it is.
Fuck, there's so many atrocious comments.
What you said?
Me or her?
Is it bad to support fetishes? It is not bad to support fetishes that are harmless, I would say. Nah, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be. Don't sell pictures of your underage nephews and nieces to no creeps out there on the internet. That's an entirely different thing.
That's not. No. No.
That's different. That's different.
That is illegal.
That is illegal. But we are not kink shamers here. Well, some of y'all might be. I don't know what Mike about to say. I don't know what Ashley about to say.
Kink shaming is my kink.
But I firmly believe there is nothing wrong with a foot fetish. every fetish has the potential to be harmful depending on how you behave. Everything you do has potential for, like, okay, my boss may like that I really like money and that I like making money, so I may be a good salesperson, but I can get obsessed with money and then go rob a bank, or I could be a sleazeball and then undersell and then oversell and then underperform. What I'm saying is, no matter what you do, there's a wrong way to do it. There's a wrong way to do every single thing. Point blank, period. I think that the simple attraction to feet should not be a problem.
The funny thing about like the foot fetish, there's like a theory kind of, if you know about like the way the like whole homunculus thing is, and how there's like certain areas of the brain devoted to certain body parts, I believe the corresponding section that like is like responsible for like the genitals is actually very close to the feet as well. So like a potential like overlap there could be responsible for a foot fetish, is what some people have.
I'm gonna have to read up on the science of that. Before I do that,
I can send you the stuff. I need to find my resources again, but yeah, I can show you that.
If you find those resources, send them to me. I would love to read them. Real quick, I have to scream. 1 second. Smacky! All right, I'm good. My sister's probably gonna call the police now.
Ow.
She probably thinks I'm being stabbed. I would apologize, but I'm not sorry. Anyway, Smacky, my boy. Hello, how the heck are you? You handsome devil, you. Yes, we're talking about foot fetishes. The video here is, do all OnlyFans creators think the same? I'm gonna say they probably don't. I think it's perfectly fine. One of the things that I know for certain is that attractions to non-genital parts of the body, sexual attractions, is an evolutionary trait. Not all people have the same attraction to all the different types of things, but generally speaking, if there's a reason you find something sexually appealing, it's because it reminds you of your ability to reproduce. In general, I am not the scientist behind this. Don't take what I say word for word, but that's generally the idea. So people's attraction to mouths and hands and feet, it's because at some point in the past of human history, or maybe 15 minutes ago or tomorrow, those parts of the body can be stand-ins, analogs for actual genitalia. Often I've seen this often more so for males, because they have their genitals are external as opposed to internal, and so I mean, dudes been sticking their dick anywhere since human history. You know what I'm saying? And so there's just like, if you are assigned male at birth and you are attracted to women, a lot of times you can find it's very common to find a lot of different parts of the female body attractive for those inherently evolutionary, not necessarily genetic, but biological reasons in general. All right, I'm not saying, now there are certain things that you probably would not have been attracted to if you had not been exposed to it. There are certain man-made kinks. They're not genetic. They're not necessarily, I don't want to say they're not natural, but they're not naturally occurring. Maybe that's not the right way to put it. They're not something that you might find in nature outside of human civilization, like people's attraction to certain fabrics, like people who have nylon fetishes, who like pantyhose and things like that. And then there are other people who like leather, people who like BDSM. There are a lot of fetishes that are human interrelational, where it's like, I don't like a thing, I don't like a fabric, I don't like a part of your body, but I like the power dynamic, or at least a synthetic, or a a simulated power dynamic. That is also a thing, and so it's a lot of different ways this can go, is what I'm saying. I'm not that handsome. Feets asteroid, please. Oh, so you're a feet guy, huh? I would have guessed that. That's okay, bro. Don't feel exposed. Anyway, we are an hour into this video. We're an hour into this stream, 12 seconds into the video. Why am I like this? I, for one, think we're making great time. Yeah.
We're a solid 12 seconds in. We're doing great.
Dude, like, I mean, typically we'd be like, I hadn't even pressed play yet. But honestly, we're ahead of schedule. All right, so I'm going to see if we can make it to the first ad break before I have my next long-winded speech. So bear with me, folks. We're going to do this. All right, I pressed the wrong damn button. There we go. Do crackheads think the same? I really wonder that, though. We invited 6 OnlyFans creators, range of beliefs and values.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm 25. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I create content.
Pause. I wonder if they have their accounts linked under here.
Might have to do some research after this.
All right, let's go.
on YouTube, and I'm also an OnlyFans creator.
Hello, my name is Chase. I am also an OnlyFans creator, and I started
Thank you,
through
Smecky.
TikTok, got a big following, and then that's why I went over.
I'm so sorry. I just got to say one more thing. That guy's pretty handsome. Anyway, what I'm saying is another thing. People have to understand, like, if having an OnlyFans gets you banned from a certain career, that's crazy, because you can put equally, if not more, explicit stuff on a lot of other things. I know literally you can't put actual porn on TikTok, but the things that some people put on TikTok are the types of things people assume they put on OnlyFans, and then it's not. I'm just saying there are so many different places to put your stuff.
OnlyFans and Instagram and stuff like
This guy has an Akame Got Kill poster.
I'm from Las Vegas. I started.
Ooh, Mika has a nice room.
OnlyFans kind of last March.
I'm glad you like it,
when I
Smecky.
made viral porno on Pornhub with my boyfriend about COVID to spread awareness.
Hi, my name is Zamara. I am
She made viral porn to spread awareness about COVID, doing the people's work.
24 years old. I have been in sex work for 5 years. So I started an OnlyFans a year ago, last February 2020, and it's been a success ever since.
Congratulations.
Hi, everyone. My name is Myra, aka Mava. I'm an OnlyFans content creator.
I like her nose ring.
Everything is mostly based off of Twitter, and I have a regular 9 to 5 as well.
Hey guys.
Oh,
my name
word?
is
Okay.
Asher. I'm 26. I actually started OnlyFans at the beginning of the pandemic, and ever since, that's been what I've been relying on.
Pause. Ashley, yes. At the University of Georgia, the literal health department, or health center, I believe it was, they suggested if you're going to have sex, do it in doggy style and not missionary so you don't spread COVID. We're not going to
They
say
didn't say that.
We're not going to say any more about that. I just
They
want
really
that.
did.
Let me put that in your ear.
Hell
Let me put that in your
yeah.
soul. Let me just let you know, my university told me what position I need to have sex in so that I don't spread COVID or don't spread a virus. Just sit
Well, that
with
was
that.
just a suggested position.
It was one of the, it was like, hey, if you're thinking about doing it, here's how you can so that you don't spread COVID.
I wonder if they put masks on the Condom Express.
Probably did. I feel like the simulation is broken. Also, this other girl, let's just say Twitter, so much porn on Twitter, and so much of it is extremely high quality content. I just want to go ahead and say that out loud. There
That's
is
why I
so
made-
much good stuff on there. What'd you say?
That's why I went on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter. When I tell y'all, a friend of mine has recently made an OnlyFans. I'm telling her, if you want success, sure, you can make a TikTok is a great way to go. That's a great way to start off. But I feel like the new Facebook for sex workers is Twitter, because it is so easy and so capable of connecting with other people in your field and in your industry. If you have a certain type of kinks or a certain set of different behaviors, the type of content you want to create, you know what I'm saying, it's really easy to connect with them. You know what I'm saying? There's just the platform is designed not necessarily with that type of stuff in mind. It's just so it works so well for that, is what I'm saying. Twitter is a gold mine, and that's all I'll say.
Government's
I
failing
think
us,
TikTok's
and
really good
I
too,
need my
just because
money.
there's just so many people on there, so it's just so
Influencers
easy
and
to get a following
celebrities
and
have
views.
ruined OnlyFans.
You're exactly right. Influencers and celebrities have ruined
Let's start with
OnlyFans.
Michaela,
I said somewhat agree.
I think
Hey.
celebrities, maybe not influencers.
Mika,
Disagree.
Zamara,
Strongly agree.
Oh, here we go.
Myra,
Somewhat agree.
Asher.
Somewhat disagree.
Oh, wow.
I
Interesting.
truly feel like celebrities have completely taken away the opportunity of small content creators basically relying on a platform that they depend on for their whole income. I
Yeah.
feel like celebrities, already have the upper hand with having a title of being rich, having a title of having money,
Right.
and their own ego of being a celebrity. But to some of us, this is our lifestyle. This is something that we depend on. This is something that we use every single day, working full time to meet and reach our goals.
There's both pros and cons.
So how do we feel generally about this? I feel like celebrities ruin everything. Have always ruined everything since the beginning of time. There's a small handful of people that I like, and that's probably going to come back to bite me at some point because everybody's problematic in some way. I love you, Chris Evans and Captain America. You have my whole heart. Other than that, I feel like celebrities ruin everything. But how do we feel about that, people?
I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's fine that they're on there, but it definitely does make it harder for the smaller people. But I think a similar argument, because the reason they do so well is because they already have that following, and so they're saying oh, I don't have this, I don't start off as a celebrity, so I don't have a bunch of people like come straight to me as soon as I make an OnlyFans. But like, I wouldn't complain that I'm not getting acting jobs because there's so many great celebrity actors, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I agree. Not somewhat, not strongly. I agree. I don't strongly agree because I feel like everybody has the right to be on there, and I don't want it to seem like I'm anti-celebrity on OnlyFans, because I'll be honest, there are plenty of celebrities that I hope get an OnlyFans, if I'm being honest. And I ain't gonna go down that road. I'm just saying, I understand the complaint from small creators like this, because it's very much, you know, big fish eats little fish, or big bank takes little bank, that type of relationship. I'm all for eating the rich, meal prepping the rich. I'm a member of the proletariat, a proud member. And I feel like, you know, the fat cat's got to choke. And I'm not just saying that to be, you know, an extreme left-wing radical Raphael Warnock or anything like that. I'm just saying.
Not radical Raphael Warnock.
Bro, y'all know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
Yes, that shit was great.
All I'm saying is that it feels like every time, and it's literally not like this because it's a digital space, it's not a physical space, but there's only so much attention and time. There's a lot going on. It's complicated, but I am saying, if I see a celebrity get on there, I do have the choice to not participate. That is my choice. But I also have the choice to not go to McDonald's. However, I don't want all of the mom and pop shops in my town, in my small town. I don't want all the nice restaurants to be replaced by big corporations. I like big corporations for a lot of different things. They make it very convenient to get a lot of things I need. There are certain things that I hope they never get into. I don't want Walmart to get into the business of being a pawn shop and selling you know, antiques. Those are things I want that to be like a small business venture, and there are so many other examples of that. When it comes to OnlyFans, literally the whole reason I'm on here is because these feel like real people. It's like, yes, there are some celebrities I want to see on there, but like the novelty is worn off. The whole appeal for me personally on OnlyFans is that these are not celebrities. Now, some of them are famous. Absolutely. Some of them are really big on there. Some of them get famous and big on these type of platforms. That's perfectly fine. It's a different situation. But like the whole reason I am here, the whole reason I stepped in the room is because these are people like me. These are some of my classmates. These might even be some of my coworkers at some point. That's the whole, I'm paying for it for that reason. I'm not going to pay for it if it's just some, you know, major Hollywood celebrity. That's not what I'm here for. And you could argue if that's not what you're here for, then don't pay for it. It's not gonna hurt anybody. Fair. All right. I just feel like it just gets watered down when you put all these already big names onto a platform that is supported so overwhelmingly by people who just like, you know what, I'm gonna sell feet pics online. I'm like, that's great.
Yeah, like that's my thing. Like OnlyFans was basically built up to what it is by people in the sex work industry that for the most part do this because they love it or they need it or whatever reason, and they're people being people, and just like celebrities that kind of come in here who clearly don't need the money and are generally probably not, like a lot of them aren't gonna stick with it or don't have a real passion behind it, are just kind of like, it feels, I guess, intrusive in a way.
What were you saying? Did you have something to add?
They're an invasive species.
Absolutely they are.
Yeah.
Absolutely, but also not at all. I'm replying to a text message. To answer both of your questions though, Ashley, yeah, for both, yes. Literally the whole reason I get on Twitter, the only reason, like, Twitter porn is, you know, great because it's not professionally done. It's amateur material. It's not shot on a sound stage with a 14-person camera crew, 3-point lighting, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't look like okay. I hope that everybody in this room can relate to the idea that it is one thing to watch porn on your computer. It's another thing to receive nudes from someone you know. One of those is inherently more exciting than the other. I can't decide for you which one. I just feel like the whole, like, getting news from somebody, and I'm going back to like my earlier days or whatever. It's like, it's literally like, imagine getting news from somebody versus watching something that you can see online for free. It's like, yeah, some of that content may be the same, but it's so incredibly different. There is a reason why, like, seeing this particular person, it's like, there's no emotional connection. Not, I guess there wouldn't be any on OnlyFans necessarily. I don't have any emotional connection. Like, there's a psychological distance between me and actors, like professional adult actors. Not that they shouldn't also be supported. I'm just saying it's not my flavor. It's not why I pay for it. It's like, I feel like you can experience that pleasure so much more when you're consuming the content, because you know that there's a real person who is receiving that same pleasure there. Yeah, people kind of have the idea that everything's fake in porn now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a completely different experience. It's like a real person is enjoying what they're doing and creating. That's much more of a personal relationship than what it is there. And I'm not saying this is like my favorite sex worker will respond to me. No, they don't even have to talk to you for that to be the case. It just feels more real, you know? I like sites like YouTube because these influencers seem close to me than celebs. I don't care what celebs do. I definitely care about the celeb gossip though. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I personally don't want all of that, because unless you're my partner, everyone are like, oh yeah, Ashley has this thing where she doesn't think, she thinks the entire world is asexual. She knows that people are attracted to things, but she doesn't, in her mind, no one has genitals in Ashley's mind. So she's a very special case, and that's very interesting to me and hilarious.
That's why I said somewhat disagree, because I understand your point of view, but then I also seen that, like, they're bringing more viewers to the platform, so they're bringing a lot more people to OnlyFans, because when I first started 2 years ago, there was not a lot of audience on OnlyFans, and not a lot of people knew what it was, and a lot of people thought it was,
now that's a good point,
terrible.
Celebrities cause temporary hiccups and issues. So, you know, when we have those issues like Bella Thorne and other celebrities just creating these profiles intending that, you know, we're basically want to bait and switch these people, it causes a temporary problem, because you have that influx of people coming in now just to see that one person. So once a new person comes on, or a new celebrity comes on, it's like, yeah, now don't forget about OnlyFans, because, you know, once you don't feel like paying $50 a month for, you know, Trey Songz, you'll go pay for your
he did have one, didn't he?
You know, a month OnlyFans person, and that's when we start bringing it in. So yeah, definitely with the awareness, because honestly with sex work, almost any promotion is good promotion.
A lot of the stories that we hear from celebrities on OnlyFans tend to be about scams or things that take away.
Demisexual is when you only have an attraction to people with whom you share an emotional connection. So in a way, yes, Asteroid, that's what she's asking about, Ashley, is that she thinks that nobody has genitals until, like, they're her actual partner. I think for Ashley it's a little bit different. I don't think it's like she's only attracted to people that she's already with. I think it's even a step further. Nobody else is a sexual creature unless she's already with him.
Oh, she doesn't see them that. Okay, that makes
Yes. Wait a minute.
Knows they. Okay, like, okay, that makes more sense when you, like, elaborate on that.
Yeah, like when she puts. I'm not saying you're demisexual. Yeah. Wait. Yes. Wait. What are you saying, Asteroid? Yeah, like Ashley's thing, and when I say Ashley, I mean Ashley. Her thing is that, yes, she knows that people have penises and vaginas and, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff. She just doesn't enter her mind unless they're her, like, sexual or romantic partner. Not that she's not attracted to those people, is that those people don't have they literally don't have sex organs in her mind until she's with them. You know, so I guess it's a flavor of demisexual. Jumps off cliff now. Asteroid, what are you saying? Do you think that I thought that you were talking about me? Because I'm not. Also, Mike, I have to heavily disagree with that second to last comment. OnlyFans is very overrated for the price, though. I don't think I can disagree with the statement more. And Mike, I usually agree with everything you say. I don't.
Do you know the creators I follow?
Like, it is so easy to blow a bunch of money. I say blow like it's not worth it. To spend a lot of money because you can follow so many people for so cheaply. Like, Mike, it's like there's not one price for OnlyFans. It can't, like, OnlyFans can't be overpriced. A person's account can be overpriced in your opinion, you know, but what it's worth is what you're willing to pay, you know. You said a flavor demisexual or flavor of demisexual. No, I don't want to place that label. Oh, I don't want to place that label on it. Okay, I see what you're saying. All right, let's go.
Away our credibility as creators on OnlyFans. So then when people hear that we might be doing OnlyFans,
I like her chain.
They only think about those scandals and assume, oh, so you're just scamming people for money or something, and it's like, no, there are actually like really authentic ways that we can build an audience and earn income from it. Like, if you want to make money on this and you have your audience, like, go for it, but do it correctly. Like, don't take advantage of people, don't lie about what you're selling, like, do it right.
I make a lot of money.
I have seen a lot of celebrities get on here and post way less explicit content than what other amateur creators do. And I think that is just such a good example, such an analogous example of how I would say how much harder people with less money have to work to get half as far. It's just like you can make $1 million in 1 month and then delete your account and never get back on there, and you never take off your clothes. Not that that's what OnlyFans is for. I'm just saying a lot of people who are amateur creators, they do what they do. They make the content they make because they know that people wouldn't pay for less in parentheses or air quotes here. They wouldn't pay for less explicit content, while other people have the privilege of being famous enough that the sheer curiosity, the novelty of it is what can make them $1 million a month, and then they can disappear from the platform and never post another anything. I know several celebrities like that. You get on their stuff and you think that they're going to post the same content as your favorite Joe Schmo from down the street. No, do not expect that. Really don't expect that, because they also have a reputation that they need to uphold or upkeep or whatever. And yeah, they may do a sex scene in a movie for Hollywood, you know what I'm saying, pay $10 million for that movie. But don't expect them to now be making solo videos or whatever on OnlyFans when there are other people who get paid less than 1% of what they're going to make in a month who have to do that in order to attract followers. You think it'll be a flavor of pansexual if you're attracted to a person you're dating and that person falls anywhere on the gender spectrum? Yeah, I think pansexual is generally the idea that, like, you can be attracted to a person of any gender. You're not necessarily attracted to every gender, but gender itself is not a major factor in your attraction to a person, is what pansexual is. That's not what Ashley is. Ashley likes men. She's very hetero in that way. And it's not like she is not attracted to any women or that there's no women that she wouldn't like, but I don't think pansexual, I'm not trying to tell this woman what she is. I'm just saying I don't think pansexual is a good descriptor for what we have heard her describe, if that makes sense.
Michaela?
I said strongly agree.
Chase?
I said somewhat agree.
Asian man that cook on TikTok? Agree. Mike, you calling her out?
Zamara?
Strongly agree.
Mike, why you wild right now, dog?
Somewhat disagree.
Asher?
Agree.
Oh, why the black woman don't make enough money? Fuck all that.
That being said, I make more than enough than I could ever imagine.
I can tell she makes a lot of money because she has RGB lights in her room, and everybody knows if your room is colorfully lit, you clearly make a lot of money. Obviously, maybe we'll see.
And I'm on track to retire in the next 5 years.
Holy shit!
That's all I could ever want.
God damn!
I wanted to bring up that OnlyFans is only one of my 14 streams of revenue, right?
What the fuck? Hold on.
14. Millennial go burr.
Like, sis, can I? Bro, how about this, y'all? Today was my first day getting paid in my new job. My check was less than I was expecting because our pay periods go Friday to the following Thursday, right? And you get paid Thursday after that. The Friday, when I did my paperwork, I went on the clock because I ain't started work yet. So I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They only paid me for 4 days instead of 5. I'm missing 20% of my check. All right, you hear me? And this woman over here talking about some doggone 14 streams of income. Look, you see this doggone receipt? I paid $500 damn for a car, to fix my car, to tune that bitch up. Wasn't a damn thing wrong with that car. It still ran. I could get from point A to point B to point C in a week maybe, but I could get there. Why did I spend $500 damn? And she got 14 streams. You love to see it. I wish it was me, but you love to see it.
I mean, those could be very small revenue streams, though.
Could be. But imagine if you make $100 a month from 14 different accounts. You're making $1,400 a month. And you probably are doing just as much work as you would be if you were in a job, but you get to set your own schedule. You get to set your own pay. You decide what kind of content you want to post. Nobody's going to fire you. So, like, I mean, damn. Now, that's a fetish I will never understand. Wait a minute. On the 14, she a businesswoman, mogul. Hell yeah. Probably sell panties. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I bet she on Reddit, TikTok, OnlyFans, Twitter, Instagram. These ain't revenue streams. It's just 5 places that you probably own. Patreon, Minivids, Pornhub. I'm up to 8 now. What was that?
DBN.
Oh yeah. That one too. Yeah. She's probably on Reddit. She's probably selling a bunch of content, selling used clothes and stuff like that. Probably selling her heels. I know the used underwear industry booming. Absolutely crazy. Downside is probably the safety factor hurt. Stories of people being super creeps and tracking down sex workers. Sorry if I delayed in the convo. Been had back. Oh, you fine. Go ahead, Smeggy. But yeah, you're absolutely right. There is a risk to building your income on notoriety. It doesn't matter if you're a sex worker, if you're a journalist, if you're a radio show host, if you're a Twitch streamer like me. There's a lot of information that I have put out there that at some point I may regret letting people know about. Honestly, if your money, if your income is based on people knowing things about you, then you run that risk regardless. Of course, there is this idea that like in the world of sex work, there's just an overabundance of people who are inherently more dangerous. That can be true sometimes it's not true. But like, I say a lot of controversial things on my controversial things on my platform on Twitch. A lot of it is often political. My grandma calls me all the damn time talking about take down that post about Trump. Somebody gonna come and kill you. No, Granny, I gotta say it. Anyway, I feel like people, I'm not gonna say I'm more or less of a target than anybody on OnlyFans. I'm just saying, when your whole thing is that people have to know how you feel and what you do and things about you, that opens you up for risk. The only way to be, there's no way to be entirely safe from that. But I mean, the safer option would be do something where nobody knows who you are, you know? And I guess that seems inherent is what I guess I'm saying. Let me see. What you saying about panties? Oh yeah, you gotta open up P.O. boxes far away from you. Absolutely. I mean, people can be waiting outside the damn office waiting for you to get that done. Oh yeah, by all means, sell away is way better deal than other counts of sex work, if that counts as sex work. It definitely counts as sex work. Yeah, it can be anonymous. Gee, I didn't know they could find the sellers. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna wear a mask. I'm not gonna fight my grandma. I just want her to know she is so afraid of the stuff I say on my Facebook. She thinks that every single thing I say. I even complimented Trump one time. I was like, for all the crap that Trump does, I'm glad he told his followers over the weekend to get damn vaccinated because they are the people most likely to not get vaccinated. I felt like that was responsible. I said that and she texted me talking about something, be careful. You never know, somebody might be around the corner waiting to hang you for being such and such and black and all this. And I'm like whatever. She just loves me. The anonymity seems like it would make you more money. Some people are obsessed with the anonymous public figures. Exactly. It goes both ways. That's the thing about sex, y'all. There is something out there for everyone. It is not a 1-to-1 ratio. Some people love it if they never know who this person is and they never see their face. Other people are obsessed with the fact that they can see their face. It goes in every direction. It literally does. And that's what's so wonderful and so beautiful and so profitable about it. You know, there are ways we can improve it. There are ways we can make it better, safer, more equitable for the people who support this industry. But the beauty of it, the inherent beauty of it, is that you can't decide what other people like. There's just so much out there that people really enjoy. And I think that's the best thing. All right.
Right now, and I want to make sure that if something happens to one of my streams of revenue, that I'm going to be okay, which is why I try so hard to have so many. That's kind of why I love OnlyFans, because it does allow that financial freedom to take a big portion of income and be able to use that to help further your future, whether you're investing into a project, property, or even just like the stock market. It kind of allows us to push ourselves into the next step in our later years in life and really look out for each other, which I really like.
Also, Michaela, I looked her up because I'm looking at the people's content right now. She is a YouTuber. The first video I see on her channel, she has almost 80,000 subscribers. Extreme 48-hour bedroom makeover challenge, before and after transformation. It's a video about her redoing her bedroom. That video got 1.5 million views. YouTube is clearly a strong source of income for her. That's what I keep saying, is like, for a lot of these people, when they're doing this thing, they don't have to worry about if being on OnlyFans is never going to get them another job. they don't need it. They've gotten so good at doing that. Like the gig market is one thing, being an independent creator, your own entrepreneur. These people have founded their own businesses. They may not need another job. They may not need somebody to give them another job, is what I'm saying. These don't seem like the type of people who are worried about that type of thing, 80K subs on you, 78 and 78.5 subscribers on YouTube. Her content, I'm looking at the things. I tried OnlyFans for a week and made X amount of money. She posted that a year ago, and she has 14 streams of income, and she's on a panel about it. This woman is doing it right, if there's one way to do it. A lot of her videos are about applying to college, about makeovers, her editing tricks on iMovie. You know what I'm saying? Writing in her journal. And I'm just saying, this is why there's such a problem with putting sex workers in such a small box. So many of these people do so many things. Everybody does so many different things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if you're like self-run, like you have to do so many things. Like she just said, she does editing. Like you could edit your own videos.
Yeah.
Photos and all that.
Exactly.
Or your mark.
I guess the question is, why would she ever have to leave OnlyFans? Even if there's a mass exodus out of it, why would she leave it? It's too good it's better for her here than it is for her anywhere else. And a lot of people, they remain anonymous until they get to that point where it's like, being on OnlyFans is the best thing for me.
I only agree because I've never had money like this in my life as a 24-year-old woman.
She's 24? I'm 24.
Like 16 an hour at Trader Joe's a year ago, and I have made six figures, but
shit,
a lot of six figures, and
a lot of six figures.
I don't know any other field of work that would pay me that type of money. You got to be patient with yourself. I think with stuff like this, it takes a lot of time, patience, and consistency, and you're just not gonna make an OnlyFans, post a video or a photo of yourself and make six figures. It just doesn't work like that. It's taken me 5 long, hard-working years to say that I have the things that I do and I work hard for them.
That's why I think with OnlyFans or just
she's probably grossed over $1 million.
Working online in general and for yourself, the cap is off. You can make as much as you want to make if you really try and you put in the strides and the efforts to make that much money. A lot of people ask me if they should do OnlyFans, and I'm like, it's really relative to you. Like, let's say you have 100 followers on Instagram and that's all you have, you probably won't make much money because OnlyFans doesn't really promote you that much.
Smecky, I was thinking the exact same thing the entire time. This man literally looks like PewDiePie. And yes, the volume is up. What do you say, Ashley? There's scary downside. So if the volume is up in the YouTube video, if you're asking, is it up, then yes, it is.
You mainly get promotion from your other websites, your other socials, or other
look at that
whatever
face.
You do. So it depends on if you think you could get your followers following you to actually follow you and actually pay money for your content.
That's his good side.
You can make a lot of money.
You just can't expect.
He looks like he has a lot of good sides.
And I think that's a big misconception when it comes to OnlyFans. Everybody thinks that we basically sit on our ass all day and don't do anything. We're editing videos, we're editing photos, we're picking out times to drop this video and that, and
as a person who has assisted with this type of content, as a content creator myself, as a streamer, as a photographer, as a videographer, as a creative, and I know Wynn can back me up on this. We literally went to school and graduated together. There is so much damn work that goes into making the smallest little thing.
Oh my god.
It says you're doing Fortnite. Oh shit. Thanks, Luna. Yes, there is so much work in the those look.
You're not playing Fortnite.
Apparently I'm not playing Fortnite, bro. Imagine if somebody tried to see playing Fortnite. I'll talk about OnlyFans. Hold on, let me edit it. Hold on. What the hell? I done fucked up. All right, bruh. I hope ain't no children in here. All right, thank you for that. Good catch.
So much work.
So imagine those clips that I be posting on it's so rare that I can post a video of clips on Twitch because and Smecky can back. Smecky and Luna, my god, they definitely know that. You've assisted with OnlyFans content. No, I have never produced content for OnlyFans. I misspoke. Let me be very clear, Asteroid. What I'm saying is not OnlyFans content, but the type of content that they're referring to. A person, an independent an independent creative making content and posting it on social media. I have done that for years, and it is hard work. It's a lot of work. It's not necessarily difficult. It's not impossible. It's just there's so much work that goes into it that Luna, Smecky, and Wynn also know about. The process for me the reason why Luna has not published a YouTube video in so long where it looks like she's just talking into the camera. She can make it look so flawless and easy. It's because I do not sell feet pics. It's because she's in school. That takes up so much time of her life, and it takes so much time to edit just the smallest, shortest video. And for me, like, if I let's just say I play Outlast or something, right? If I want to post something on YouTube, what I have to do is I first have to go back to the stream. I have to scrub through the majority of the video, unless I took notes, and find good clips. Take those clips, edit those, like make them on Twitch, download the clips, put them into Premiere, stitch those together, maybe put some music on there, maybe put some effects or whatnot, complete that, export it, download it, upload it onto YouTube. Gotta think of a caption, gotta put the description in there, gotta time it right so I get a couple views. I mean, damn, I ain't never got like
a thumbnail.
Got the thumbnail. Holy shit, the thumbnail. I can make a lot of things. I can't make YouTube thumbnails. YouTubers are so good. Everybody learned Photoshop when I wasn't learning anything, and then I never learned Photoshop. I know InDesign. I know a little bit of Illustrator. I know Canva.
All my thumbnails are on fucking MS Paint.
Bro!
Like, with some of them, you can really tell.
Good.
Man. At least get Clip Studio on sale. It's like $25.
Bro, listen.
Though is a game changer.
I wish I knew that when, because I pay $30 a month for Adobe Suite. Yeah, to be fair, I have made that money back several times over. Literally, if I just had, the reason why I have to do the $30 a month is because I need Premiere and Lightroom. I am a photographer and a videographer. Adobe, so cunningly, does not offer a package where you can get those two apps individually. For $10 a month, you can get the photography package, which is Lightroom and Photoshop, and then you can get another package that's like just Premiere Rush, yada yada yada. You can't get both of those the same without buying all the shit. And so I decided, I'm so embarrassed. Did y'all see that? I tripped in my chair. How the fuck?
Times.
My armrest didn't do what it needed to do. Anyway, and so because I am a photographer and a videographer, I needed both of those. And so making that content, when I tell y'all, it took me almost 2 months to the day to edit that damn wedding video. Oh my God. It's my best project ever, but it took so damn long. So these people who are making content, I'm talking about, you'll go on Twitter and see a OnlyFans creator, and they, like, one of the selling points for subscribing to them is that they're saying daily posts. I don't know how they do it. I literally don't know how they post every single day. It is unbelievable.
Dude, the first AMV I ever made, it took me like 20 or 30 hours to make it.
Bro, them AMVs, bro. I made one for Ruby. I made an AMV at work one time when I was working at the library, and it was like a dance video or something, bro. AMVs gotta be some of the hardest edit, like, for, it is such a good crash course in editing, especially for young people. Did you go through that phase in your life, Russell, where you're like, I don't know, middle school, high school, just go home and just hop on YouTube and just watch a bunch of anime characters to some rock music?
Yeah.
The days.
Much music through AMVs too.
Literally, I would not know all that edgy emo music that everybody else found out organically. No. I didn't find that out through Tune Clip. I didn't find that out through LimeWire. No. I found it out because I was watching Naruto videos.
Watching Naruto and Sasuke duke it out to some fucking Linkin Park.
Dog, come on with it now. Listen, we off topic, but this is what's important right now. I swear to God, Breaking Benjamin, 3 Doors Down, 3 Days Grace, Skillet. Oh my God, all of this hard, heavy metal, this emotional ass, what my community would have called white folks music at that time. When I'm trying to tell y'all, I found out about this quality in this entire spectrum of music, watching these 2 non-existent ninja boys punch each other on some water. I'm talking about skid across the lake, knock each other in the head, and one of them turned into a fox, the other one got wings, and they both had wings at that point. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm talking about.
And I see it like frame for frame in my head. I know exactly what you mean.
Dog, come on with it. And like, some people made that. That's how they learned how to edit and went on to have lucrative careers, successful careers because of that. I didn't learn how to do it. That's how I learned the music. I didn't literally learn how to edit videos until I was like a college student. That's when I really got into the nitty gritty. And when I'm telling y'all, tell me why the first thing I made was an AMV. The very first thing I made.
Because you gotta.
I started with gaming videos, but then I started like, cause like PS4 has its own editing software, but like I grew out of that because of how limited it was, and I started making other stuff like AMVs with like a real software on my computer.
Yes, bro. And Smecky, yes, bro. Fucking Papa Roach, bruh. Oh my god. Stop with this.
Coach Last Resort September matchup.
Ah! You crazy. You crazy, bro. And then first off, I feel like the biggest, and this ain't got nothing to do with OnlyFans. I really feel like we resonate some here. I feel like the absolute biggest song in that entire ecosystem of media, it had to be "Numb" by Linkin Park. Am I right?
Linkin Park was a heavy hitter.
I have to say they have to be the Godfather.
Like, okay, that whole Hybrid Theory album, but like Numb and In the End, like ugh.
And in the end, it doesn't even matter. Oh my god. Whoo! I'm older than I thought I was, y'all. Holy shit! When I tell y'all that, like, I literally don't know how other people discovered these amazing, beautiful artists, but I know how I found it. Oh my goodness, bro! I'm getting goosebumps. And we talking about OnlyFans, y'all. Y'all got me started on this. I blame y'all. This is all your fault. You're making it so hard for me to work out.
Like a third of the way through the video is a great pace.
God, yes. And I'm talking about, I saw one, there was this song, I can't remember the song, but it was about what was it, Hellsing, that vampire anime or something. I literally cannot remember the song. But also, not technically AMV, but a live action version. Saving Private Ryan was such good fodder for people to make their first like music videos and shit. What's up, Kiki? How you doing? Also, Ashley, you're saying I'm making it difficult for you to go work out because we're producing such good content. Don't be nice to me. Don't say those things. I appreciate that. We love you. Hello, Kiki.
To us while you work out.
Exactly. Just do this. Don't worry about what's her name. Anyway, here we are saying content is great. Oh wow, you. Ha! LOL. So let's see what Myra's saying, because she's saying she doesn't make a lot of money.
Those things take time. Even with my 9 to 5, it's like I have to work an 8-hour shift.
Yeah.
And then go beat my face and get ready and put on lingerie to take pictures and sweat. We don't talk enough.
And then work that 8 to 5 so that you can afford the lingerie to invest in your OnlyFans. It's a cycle, man.
Enough about the work that goes into it. Everybody just knows the benefits, and that's where we get up.
I agree, Myra.
My family knows that I'm an OnlyFans creator. Michaela?
Wait,
I chose agree.
Ain't this just a yes or no?
I chose strongly agree.
Strongly agree. What does he mean?
Strongly agree.
How do you strongly agree?
Mara?
Strongly agree.
Oh, that's cool.
Like Myra?
Strongly agree.
Asher?
Agree.
What's the difference between
I feel
agree?
like this is the kind of question where it's like you're only really like interviewing the successful demographic of creators. So like in that respect, like if you're successful and you've made a career out of something, then of course it's going to be easier to mention, hey, I do this thing and it's very profitable to your family versus, hey, I'm trying this thing and I don't know if it's going to work out well.
Yeah, it could also be unavoidable when you get that big.
Yeah, I imagine, because some of these people seem like they're very successful. I will say, there's a discussion that should be had at some point about how much more difficult this can be for women than for men. It's like it's like pink collar work, that double-edged sword of being a woman, whereas like people will judge you for being a woman posting pictures of yourself online, but they don't even expect it out of men. And sometimes that can be a benefit and what's the opposite of a benefit? Y'all know what I'm saying. Oh, Asteroid. Oh God. Strongly agree. My family watches my vids. Oh my goodness. You're crazy. Yeah. Agree is just like to siblings, for strongly agree is full family. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I feel like in general, and this is a gross oversimplification, it's like for women, I feel like a lot of times they'll be judged more harshly because women are expected to be so asexual unless it's with their partner, often their husband, obviously. But if anybody's gonna do it, they expect it to be them. And it is that kind of pink collar work where it's like, well, not like quite like a teacher or anything. Well, imagine pink collar work like a teacher, where everybody expects their children's elementary school teacher to be a woman, but then everybody expects the high school principal to be a man, you know. And then when it comes to like sex work and everything, it's like, it's weird if you're a guy doing it, but no one's gonna say that you're immoral for doing it, but you're immoral for doing it for a woman, but it's not weird. That type of thing, like, I'm not even sure how you describe that. There was a whole TikTok thing where the OnlyFans people said they're accountants. Where were you? Not on TikTok? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's accountants, but like with like the stars emoji, like kind of like air quotes.
Exactly. Just so people know. Yeah, okay. I'll just keep moving.
I first told my mom one day when we were actually at the lake and I was taking feet pics. And she was like, what are you doing?
Now that's a sentence.
Oh, I'm selling feet pics.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, Mom, I just take pics of my feet and sell them for like $50. She was shook. As for my grandparents, they always ask me if I found a job yet because
Covering all
I told them
crimes?
I lost my job at the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm like, don't worry about me, I got you. They would have a heart attack, I think.
Good.
One of my cousins sent a text to my brother after probably seeing a YouTube video and told him, like, your sister's doing porn. And then...
First off, what the fuck? Ooh, that's nasty.
Bitch.
First off, that's scheming behavior.
Bitches.
You scum for... First off, you're scum for doing that because it's not your damn business. But also, isn't that extremely weird? Sending that to somebody's brother. Does he want to know that? Look, man, I don't tell you about your kinks. I'm just saying, dog, that's kind of... Everything about that feels kind of sour. How do y'all feel?
Sus.
Like, that's sus as fuck, bro. First off, that whole telling on people's family. Why do you care so much about what I'm doing? What do you want from me, bro? Like, what the heck? I could go a whole stream on that alone. Remind me later to ask y'all, how would y'all feel about your family members in general and your children in particular, assuming that you have children later down the line, decades later. If you had children, you know, they're adults and everything, if they had something like this. Just wondering about that.
He showed that to my mom, and she kind of confronted me about it, and, you know, I kind of had to, like, talk them off the ledge of being like, okay, well, let's define porn here. And
you should not have to defend yourself. I'm sorry.
And telling them not exactly, but kind of explaining how I was earning money, what I was posting, and my limits, because you know, I think we all have boundaries with ourselves as to what we post or what we choose not to share on that platform. And
shouldn't have to.
A big misconception, I think, when people hear that you do OnlyFans is that you automatically might post X, Y, and Z when maybe you only post X and Y, but not Z, and etc.
I initially outwardly told my mom, but I waited until I made over $1,000 on OnlyFans.
This is exactly what you were talking about earlier, y'all. Mm-hmm. This is the exact thing. It's like, this has to be, I have to prove, I have to legitimize it before I expose myself. I see.
And so I can justify me doing this work. However, my father found out by...
Oh no, please don't tell me. Please don't tell me.
No.
Please don't tell me he literally found you. That's worst case scenario.
I would cry.
That's terrible for both of them.
The only thing worse than finding your child, in my opinion, is finding your parent. Literally nothing. You can't come back from that. If I caught my mom on OnlyFans, I'm probably just not talking to her anymore. That's it. And it's not because she can have it. That's fine. I just don't want to see it. And if I ever came across it,
blocked.
Like, report it? No. Because she can make her money. She need to make her money. She can make her money. I feel like I would have to stop existing for at least a century. I can come back in 21. What is this? 21. Yeah, 21. I can come back then, and I'll just pray to God I forgot. Jesus Christ. Mike said, also, wait on, I'm covering all grounds. Also, a friend of mine brought this up once, but if you had a friend who had an OnlyFans, would you support by subscribing? Hell yeah! Like I ain't already did that. What you talking about? Obviously. Parents on OnlyFans. Oh, Asteroid. I don't know how many emojis you put down there. Anyway, that friend ain't a friend, bro. Basically, no. I would hope they wouldn't expect me to subscribe. If they asked me to, I would support it. But otherwise, nah. Gonna listen to cooking. Look, thank you. We love you so much, Smiggy. What are you eating? We hope to find out. I hope it's good. Post it in the Discord. Whatever. Anyway, because there's money and I'm broke. Yeah, I understand. Like, if you don't support your friends' OnlyFans, like, of course, there should never be an expectation that because I am your friend or because you are my friend, you should watch my sexual content. That is, like, that's, not only does that cost money that you may not have, but it's like, you're not just gonna.
Get real awkward real quick.
Yeah, you're not just gonna randomly send nudes to your friend. Like, yeah, we met each other in preschool. That don't mean I want you to see my titties. Like, that's a whole. What are you talking about? That's crazy. Like, it's not like at that point. It's literally. Remember, this is a transactional sexual relationship. This is not just, you know, if I make a YouTube video where I, you know, pour tea, which I'm using that example because generally pouring tea is generally inoffensive, non-controversial content. That's not the same situation. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that should be. I don't think there should be an expectation like that. Is what I'm saying. My friend had OnlyFans. I'm not subscribing unless I plan on looking at their content. I'd rather just send the money, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. What Luna's saying is exactly how I feel. Like, if my roommate had an OnlyFans, I support them emotionally. I support them politically. I support them in every way. I might even throw some couple dollars if they need, you know, buy some props or something. That doesn't mean I should feel obligated to watch their content because their content doesn't appeal to me. And same thing, as a matter of fact, it's the exact same thing with tea. If I hate tea, if I don't want to see somebody pour tea, if the sight of tea riles me up and makes me want to, I don't know, blow up a barn house or something, then maybe I shouldn't be watching this content. You know what I'm saying? You can support them without, you can be a supporter without being a patron, is what I'm saying. Hello, Foxtrot, what's up? What up, big dog? I don't know what's going on, but I ain't watching porn with my friends in it. Hey, man, that's your choice. I respect it. Good for you, Kiki.
I'm your Pornhub.
Oh, shit! Her dad found her on Pornhub.
I finally moved from Virginia to Philadelphia. My dad came and helped me move out and basically had the heart-to-heart. And he was like, you know, I was doing the same you were doing in the 90s with a camcorder.
What?
You love to see it.
Bro said it runs in the family, bro. Bro, hold on. Her daddy nasty. Why the fuck? Luna, get the hell off my line, bro. Luna said her daddy nasty. Why the fuck he up for her? You know why he there? You know why he there? Same reason you be on there. Everybody know why we be on there. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm just so. Bro, Mike, you nasty, bro. Said, oh, that's a dad. y'all, motherfuckers hilarious. Listen to me, bro. Listen to me. Her dad's a man. Listen, just because he has kids, he can't like wax anymore. Oh, get off of here. Y'all are gross. Anyway, it's weird that he found his daughter on there. It is. I mean, go ahead.
The record. That's not his fault.
Technically, it's not. It's not like he was looking for it. That's fair. It's nobody's fault. Nobody's to blame here. I just think
it's just so unfortunate.
It really is. Yeah. But I think it is such a interesting. This is so real, Witten. What an amazing plot twist that he goes to her to help her move or something from Virginia to Pennsylvania, whatever. He's like, listen, I was doing the same thing 20 years ago. I had a camcorder too. We on the same wave here. I think that is such an interesting way. I think the writers did a good job. I like the direction that they're taking it. You know, it's kind of lax in the first few episodes, but now that we're in that mid-season crux, they're really putting it in here. Now they got me hooked. They've sunk their teeth into me. This is interesting. I like where this is going. How you think he had them kids? Oh my God, get out of here. Oh my God, not with the help of Pornhub. I know. How you know that? You don't know what he did, Luna. You don't know. He's a role model now. Listen to me. Oh yuck. If he showed up, if she showed up in his Rex, does that mean she's his type? Kiki! Okay.
You didn't have to say all that.
I'ma just press play. Y'all double, triple, ugly, nasty. We keeping it moving.
Be safe. You know, I love you. And he was like,
Kiki said, look.
Honest, and he was like, but I know anything that you do it exceptionally well.
I basically.
Okay, that's weird in context, but that's also a very nice thing to say.
Yeah, that's like a very dad thing to say.
Exactly. Like, for him to be like, be safe, you're gonna do well, I encourage you, I'm gonna find a way to block you so I don't see you, but all power to you. I think that he as a father did exactly what he needed to say, because there are some scenarios where like it can get really weird. Like don't be helpful. Don't you're weird. Don't do that. But like you can encourage me. Like, again, what we were saying earlier. There are ways to encourage my content production without being a consumer of my content. You can say, I support you. If you need my help and everything, I'll defend you, yada, 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 X, Y, and Z. That doesn't mean I have to be in your DMs. Doesn't mean I have to be on your timeline. Doesn't mean I have to be sending you money so that you can... There are ways to do this. And I think he did it, in my opinion, in a great way. I saw your technique. You're doing well. Asteroid, get out of here! Listen! He need to get his old ass on Pornhub. You don't know how old he is. Bro, Luna...
No age restriction. What?
I ain't nary.
You hear me?
Oh my God, is that Liz?
It's Liz.
I know damn well we ain't got Liz on the line. Uh-oh. Hashtag Liz on the line. Liz, thank you for calling in to WKYZ. Tonight we're having a good late night discussion on OnlyFans. Real populated. The phone lines are blowing up. Thank you for calling in. What would you like to share with our listeners tonight? Damn, she got no service.
All I did today was go to the gym, which is why I'm late.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we're having a great conversation. What the fuck does WKYZ stand for? It's a radio call signal. Radios, their stations begin with W. Don't worry about it. Just that's not the point.
WKYZ.
You're tuning into 90.5 FM is WUOG. Well, let me stop that before I get the cease and desist letter. What he needs to do is get off the porn and find his way to the hub of Jesus. Kiki, I am suing you. I want you to know, find me in court. I will be taking you down. Let's continue.
Myra with her mom. I just told my parents what I was doing because I had to tell them somehow.
I like his jewelry.
Because I was making this money. They could see my bank account at the time because I was like,
what the fuck?
Like, connected through theirs. And they actually found it very like humorous and interesting. But they were very worried it may affect, because my mom at that point still wanted me to go to med school because she's in the medical field.
We were just talking about this.
I talked to her about how I want to take the path of social media and not go to school right now, or at least take a break from school.
Yeah.
She was kind of on the fence about that and very worried, like, because they're pretty old, so like they're not like aware that you can make money in so many different ways nowadays. So it took her a while. It took both of them a while to wrap their head around it, but once they came around, they were actually very supportive.
Luna, what the hell?
I'm paranoid about protecting my privacy.
Like, you need to exit.
Kayla, what answer did you
Luna,
choose?
what the hell? Why are you here
I
like
said
this?
strongly agree.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I put somewhat agree.
Okay. Well, he's a man, so.
Somewhat agree.
Oh, that's interesting.
Zamara.
Disagree.
Oh, wow.
Myra.
Somewhat disagree.
Asher.
Somewhat agree.
So, real quick, does this surprise you?
A little bit.
This does surprise me.
I expected.
Well, I guess the key word is paranoid.
Ah, that's true. They may be like, yeah, I want to protect my privacy, but I'm not paranoid about it. Yeah, it could be an interpretation of the question. I expected the women to be like, yeah, my privacy is my protection. And then the men will be like, whatever.
I mean, it could be like not necessarily protection, but just like I do not want my friends to know I'm doing this.
Oh, that's true. That could be a thing.
Because if I was gonna do it, I would not want anybody I know to see it.
I feel that. I feel like you'd be successful. Friend to friend, Russell, I feel like you'd be successful. I'm not going to say any more than that. Not here while we're streaming. I'm just saying you got my support. Anyway.
I appreciate sentiment.
What I'm saying is I understand that. I'm not sure if I definitely would not want my family to know. I was raised missionary Baptist, very southern, very traditional family full of black folk. I could not look my grandma in the eye anymore. Would I be ashamed of it? No, hell no. But it's not the shame that would prevent me from doing it. It's I'm not gonna lie, I'm not ashamed to say I would rather live an easier life than a harder life, certainly. And them knowing I did this would make my life harder. Them knowing I have a Twitch would make my life harder. If they knew the type of stuff that we talked to here, and I'm not talking about OnlyFans, I'm talking about Trump. If they knew how much shit I said about Trump during 2020, oh my God, my grandmother would be mortified. So yeah, I'm not ashamed. It's not like I wouldn't make the content. It's just my life would be easier if they didn't know. Who the heck is Russell? Yes, Russell's on the Discord. He's my homie from high school. I get so many notifications like a person from your contacts has created an account type of shit. Fascinating. Okay, let's go.
So the first thing I remember is someone hacked my Snapchat.
Oh shit!
And found my cell phone number, my email address, and a ton of private photos, not necessarily explicit, just like my personal life on there.
Bro,
then
I heard this podcast about that.
Unfortunately, get people commenting my address on my YouTube videos. I got this one like in the middle of the night from this troll being like, "Wow, like, do you live here?" with my full home address where my parents and family live. I've
Jesus Christ
learned a lot through this last year to try to become even more private with my information, because unfortunately, you know, it's just so public online. It's been really tricky, and I've like even started therapy again this year because my anxiety has become so high with every notification that I get on my phone. So it just sucks that there are people out there not really looking out for anyone's good intentions and taking advantage of people's platforms or their privacy. I just had a lot of experiences this year with that.
I agree.
Not during sex work. Before I started sex work, I had a stalker, which kind of made me question whether or not this was like a good line to go.
Bro, she has a really good camera. I'm sorry.
Go into because of how public everything is. I mean, I'm in a super secure neighborhood. I'm in, like, we have a gun. I can protect myself if I need to. My boyfriend's a great shot too.
Bro, she said, "Come on with the smoke, boy." I'm sorry. Let's keep going.
But there's always like in my mind and like, well, worst case, something could happen. I think I'm more worried for my family than I am for myself, though.
Yeah.
I go under a stage name. I just keep my privacy private.
Yeah, as best you can.
I am insecure about my body.
Oh wow, this is a good one.
Let's start with Michaela.
Disagree.
Aw,
Chase.
yay.
Somewhat agree.
Aw.
Mika.
Disagree.
Oh yay.
Zamara.
Somewhat agree.
Aw.
Myra.
Disagree.
Oh yay.
Asher.
Somewhat disagree.
Yay. Bro, Asher, you fucked it up, bro. We was even. Anyway. I don't have much to say on this. I'll just let these people
I feel like personally, well, I've been diagnosed with like body dysmorphia.
Yes, I agree with Luna. Every woman should get strapped up. I firmly believe. I'm not big into guns. I probably will never own a gun. I've shot several guns before. Never really enjoyed it. Not my thing. I really don't care if other people have guns. I'm not saying take every gun away, but I'm not gonna be. You won't find me standing on the Capitol lawn saying, "Give me my right to own a tank, an assault rifle, and a rocket launcher." No, it's not my. It's not my type of thing. I'm not saying you have to be. I'm just saying guns are not my type of thing, and yet I firmly believe every woman. When I say every woman, I mean every woman. I don't care, cis, trans, whatever. If you are a woman, I feel like you should have a gun. I really do feel like on your 18th birthday, you need to get a pistol. On your 21st birthday, you get a rifle. 25th birthday, get a shotgun. Maybe even a grenades every other week or something. Because men out here are dangerous. And men need to be scared so that they can stop being dangerous. I firmly believe that. Firmly. And I don't care what happens in the next 40, 60, 80 years. If this comes up again, I will stand by that. Men are dangerous. Men should be scared so that they can stop being dangerous. That's all I got to say on the matter.
Dysmorphia, so that may make me biased about this prompt. When I first went to college, I lived in the dorms, and so we got the meal plan, and I would go to like the cafeteria to get the foods, and I would just like couldn't eat. Not because the food was good, like obviously it was school food, so it was still kind of, but like I would like not
facts
eat for the fact that I wanted to keep my abs, I wanted to keep this, and that, and I would like, tell myself and like talk to my parents when they saw me like look in the mirror and like talk about these things. They'd be like, "What is wrong with you?" And like I said, my mom's in the medical field, so she brought me into the actual office. So it was like a special type of body dysmorphia, like a muscular dysmorphia. Like I never feel like I'm muscular enough or lean enough, so it's like I don't feel I'm as defined as I always should be, even though from their point of view, they're like, "You're crazy, like you look fine."
Like almost 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with anorexia nervosa. I had a severe eating disorder. It started in the strip club that I worked in like 2018, 2017. I think the pressure from seeing other people go on stage and make more money than me, having different body types than me, it really made me feel insecure about myself. So I kind of had to take a step back from that and really like take a break from that. I have to take care of myself, do what makes me happy, and love myself, because I do believe like being hard on yourself really does reflect your content and show in your content, you know, what you do put out. love yourself and you come first, and you know, health is wealth, truly.
I agree.
And that's definitely what you have to realize. But I know especially like it exempt.
Does he have an Akatsuki ring? He probably does, because I know he has that Akame got killed thing in the back. Fun fella.
Quick interjection. Anorexia nervosa, the last I checked, was actually the highest morbidity rate of mental disorders.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for that piece of knowledge. That's something I did not know going in, and I may not have found out going out. Thank you for sharing that.
Eating disorders are especially have high morbidity.
Yeah, and Kiki and Astra, y'all are saying something true as well. I want to see if I can somehow connect security, like body security, to, well, I guess there are lots of different types of security. You can have, you know, emotional, psychological insecurity about the way that you look, while also struggling with actual physical security in terms of safety. You know, we're saying that, yeah, women need to be strapped out here. 100% agree. Like Kiki was saying, in the UK, a woman is murdered, and they're saying women walk in groups, but they're not saying anything about what these men are doing. Yeah, telling women who are victims, survivors rather, of sexual violence, telling them that what they're wearing should change, their behaviors themselves should change, and not, you know, maybe we should stop raising rapists, maybe we should stop raising murderers. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe the response to gun violence should not be more protect yourself from gun violence. Maybe it should be maybe let's prevent gun violence, you know? And I try so hard. It takes so much effort for me not to turn every single topic into a political discussion. Y'all know how hard that is for me, because that's all I ever want to do. However, the content is ripe for it. I really do feel like there are so many different attitudes about gun ownership, where some people say, I feel like I am not safe without it. And some people like actual physical bodily immediate harm. Whereas other people are like, if I don't have this gun, the government will come and do whatever they want to with me. I'm not going to say that's less valid. I'm just going to say it's a little different. It's a little different in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm okay being wrong, but maybe that's a little different. But some people prefer what a gun represents as opposed to what a gun does, and for other people it's the opposite. I like what a gun does for women more than I like what a gun represents. I understand why the Second Amendment is important. I understand how you should be protected from government overreach. I understand in general that you should be equipped with the same weaponry, the citizenry, the populace is what I'm saying. That people should be protected, should have access to the same weapons that the police do. Not the military, but if the police have it, then you should be able to have it as well, because the police are civilians and everything. I get that. All of that makes sense to me. However, I'm just of the opinion, I feel like women need to have guns.
What, that makes sense to you?
What are you saying? What is that you're referring to?
Ordinary citizens should be able to have the same weapons as police?
Yes. If police are allowed to have it, citizens should be allowed to have it. And if citizens can't have it, police should not have it. So if nobody has it, if police don't have guns, we don't need them either. Police have guns, which is why we need them. That's my general idea, is that you should be able to protect yourself from the armed men, women, from the armed figures of authority that you interact with on an almost daily basis. You should be able to protect yourself from them on equal ground. Generally speaking,
you're arguing protective versus proactive.
I'm not sure what you're saying. The thing is coming.
So you're arguing for protective versus proactive, and that basically goes counteracts to the previous argument, saying that you support that we should be trying to prevent the gun violence versus trying to, have more guns to protect ourselves with. You can't have both arguments because it's on the same plane.
I disagree with you. I do have both arguments, because I believe that we should not be telling women to change their behavior to be safer, while at the same time I'm saying women need to own guns. Both of those things have to exist. One of them is an idealism, another is a reaction to the reality. My idealism is that we should not be telling women how they need to be safer. We should make the world safer for them. The reality is women aren't safe, and so my reaction to that reality, women need guns. When it comes to the police and the gun ownership thing, I feel like we should prevent gun violence, police violence, in all forms in general. However, I understand that the reality of the situation is you should be able to protect yourself from the police. That's why these other things exist. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still don't think both can. I don't think you can. I like that trying to argue for both is why we would never actually get like in terms of like we can't say we need to have less gun and then say also in the same argument. Like that's why we honestly have never gotten anywhere with gun control because the country keeps figuring like there's so much of the country that keeps figuring that to protect ourselves we need to have more guns versus just taking away. Like we can't argue for both if we're trying to actually get somewhere. It's like we're basically pulling something from both sides, so we're not moving anywhere.
No, I get what you're saying. I disagree because I'm not saying we need more guns. I'm saying we universally need less guns, but not so few that we can't compete with the police. I'm saying police should be less armed. I'm saying that in general, we need to prevent police violence. We need to prevent gun violence. Both of those things need to happen, but we shouldn't be entirely disarmed. I don't want to say it's taking the middle ground because I hate centrism. What I am saying is that I feel like the goal should be to prevent gun violence. One of the ways to prevent gun violence is to make police less armed, better trained. A lot of different solutions, community policing. There are a lot of different solutions such that the police will kill fewer people. That's the goal. But we can do that without saying guns should not exist any longer. And I'm not even saying that guns shouldn't exist. I'm not even going to say whether or not I feel that. What I'm saying is I want gun violence, especially police-involved gun violence, to be prevented. There are ways to prevent that, and yet I still believe that if the police are armed to a certain degree, that is the same degree to which the people should be armed as well. And saying that the people should be armed to the same degree as the police is not the same as saying we need more guns. You can say we need less guns and the people should be armed the same way the police are. Both of those things can coexist.
Quick interjection here, not necessarily having anything to do with y'all's argument, but Marquise, I think you would be interested in looking up the Zimbardo Stanford prison study experiment.
I have a minor in sociology. I could not.
So you're familiar?
Yes, I had. You literally could not get a degree in that without every single class talking about it. People who don't know what the definition of sociology is know about the Stanford experiment. For those of you who don't know, long story short, Stanford University, a bunch of college students got together and they role played. Some people were prisoners, some people were guards. The guards started abusing the prisoners and what they want you to believe, and what a lot of people believe, and it's been challenged time and time again since then, is that if you put people in certain positions in different roles, they will ascribe to it, they will adopt those roles. So these students who are otherwise, just regular people, quote unquote regular people, if you give them the authority and power to abuse people, they will take it. And that's what a lot of the takeaway was at the time. But I encourage you to listen to the podcast You're Wrong About. And also, if you want to read some actual sociological studies on that, you can as well. But the podcast You're Wrong About is a really good hour discussion. You can dive into it and they'll tell you, yeah, this is what people want you to think about this experiment. That's not actually how it was. They weren't abused in the way you think they were. It wasn't for as long. It wasn't as it was poor science because so many of the alleged incidents of abuse were spurred on. They didn't happen organically. They're like, I'll pay you more if you do this, or I want you to do that, or else you can't go home. That type of thing. They were forced, more or less, not by the actual guards, but by the people who established the experiment. It was very unethical. It was very poor science. There's a lot to go on here, but that is generally, when people are talking about that's generally what they're talking about. Yes, she told me about that podcast. Yes. She was the one who told me about the podcast. Sad that they think that guards are supposed to abuse prisoners, and that's what they started doing. Yeah, but that's actually not what they started doing, is the point. The idea behind when people mention the Stanford experiment, they want you to think that if you put people in positions of authority, or really any role in general, if you tell them this is what the role is, they will subscribe to it and adopt the behaviors that they assume that role is supposed to be about. In general, there's a lot of evidence for that. That's not what happened in the experiment. That's what the experiment is supposed to represent. The experiment was faulty for a million number of scientific and ethical reasons. It's way more complicated than what I've described it. You just have to go look that part up. What else they literally facilitated a reality TV show and called it a science experiment. Yes. I mean, they've done that. That's all the time. The Tuskegee Experiment, Princess Diana, they have like 40 episodes on O.J. Simpson, and they do them in series. One was about the chase, one was about Nicole Brown, one was about yada, yada, yada. Whole bunch of different stuff. They have several, like hundreds of episodes, I want to say, going back to 2018, where basically they tell you how you misremembered this thing that you knew from decades ago, and they tell you the story of what really happened, you know? Yeah, it's one of my favorite podcasts to listen to when I'm driving. What does this have to do? What does OJ Simpson have to do with OnlyFans? I'm so glad you asked. I can make it go full circle. Basically, OJ Simpson is a celebrity, or was, or really still is, because he has that same name recognition. OJ Simpson is the type of person who got so famous for running a damn football and then running through an airport in a Hertz commercial that he said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. OJ Simpson lost so much the sense of himself, a sense of himself that you could argue, some might even say he never actually had that sense of self. He lost that because of fame. We're talking, or we're not speaking to, they don't know we're here, but we're looking at a panel of OnlyFans creators, and they're literally talking about how they feel about the security of their body. Their sense of self is tied so much to their own profitability. Their brand identity is themselves. OJ's entire brand identity was himself. He was more than a football player. He was more than a black person, allegedly. He was more than a guy that ran through an airport in a Hertz commercial. He was OJ. These people are so much more than the OnlyFans accounts that they have. That's what they're saying. So much of the success of their professional content is tied to their ability to produce quality content. Zamara was literally just saying, if people can tell when you don't like yourself, it shows in the content that you make when you don't love yourself. And I just feel like, you know, it all comes back to the spiral, is what Luna wants to yell. But yeah, it all comes back, you know, it's all the same thing. Celebrity can be toxic is the takeaway. Yeah.
Amplifies like the hardness you put on yourself because you're on stage. Like, this is your job. This is, everyone's looking at.
Why did I get a call from the University of Georgia? What the hell? They must have caught me.
At you, you know. Yeah, I'm glad you shared that. Thank you.
No, it's just time to donate.
Oh, yeah, you're probably right. You're exactly
They've been
right.
trying to contact you regarding your car's extended warranty.
Have you or a loved one been diagnosed with mesothelioma?
Of not loving myself.
May be entitled to financial compensation.
It's funny y'all mention that because I'm literally in a Twitter conversation where both of those two jokes were made. I'll have to show y'all after.
So it's really hard as a fat black woman to make your way in the sex industry without being completely fetishized, completely demoralized, and to be completely honest, I pride myself in like not, you know, entertaining that. Like, I would never call myself a cow. You wouldn't hear me saying that I'm about to get bread. None of that.
Oh
I
my!
feel like the sex work industry has really helped me develop, you know, for sure, self-confidence. Where now, when I walk on the street, I feel like I can bag any man that I want. Of course, we all.
And you can, sis. And you didn't need OnlyFans to tell you that. But I'm glad you know it now.
Have our days where we feel like we're just not up to par. But more often than not, I feel good about myself. I love myself, and I like showing the world of myself. So that's my opinion on it.
What's awesome about OnlyFans too is that there are so many different accounts and varieties of like shapes and sizes and kinks and what people are into. So your body, or like whoever you are in there, like your brand might be somebody's like perfect type, and yet someone that you feel insecure compared to might not be what they're into. So there's just like almost infinite platform of audiences where it's like you are somebody's perfect type, even if you don't look like someone that you wish you looked like.
I said that earlier. That is the beauty of sex work in general. It doesn't matter what you look like. Somebody likes it, bro. And that's another beauty of the internet. People like everything. And so if you got it, somebody want it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I really think Michaela nailed it on the head. Someone is going to be into what you post. Like, no matter the kink, no matter what it is, they're not going to see the same flaws that you see. They're going to be horny. Let's go.
Horny with money.
I'd rather have another job.
Nah, fuck all that.
Michaela.
Strongly disagree.
Hell yeah.
Chase.
Disagree.
Nice.
Mika.
Strongly disagree.
Cool.
Zamara.
Disagree.
That's what I'm talking about.
Myra.
Disagree.
Cool.
Asher.
Somewhat agree.
Oh, that's interesting. Asher's always.
I'm actually surprised they dissented after 4 people went on the same side.
Really?
Because usually, if like that's just like a conformity thing, like I'm surprised that as the last person they actually dissented there.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's a really good point, because we've seen a lot of these videos, and we've seen a lot of people base their response on what they see other people do. So that's a very good observation.
Like career path. I went to college. I got a bachelor's in communication, and I felt like I was following something that I knew that wasn't for me. I feel like being into sex work now and like fully like making it my full-time job has like helped me fall into who I am more and build like my confidence more. I feel like it's just something I'm so comfortable with, especially with the fact of like how much money that you know that you can make on something like this. If anything, with the money that I do make now, I just want to invest in myself and build my own company and continue to grow that way and just be always under my own like name, my own boss, my own title.
Get that independence.
I never see myself working under anyone ever again in my life.
Oh,
like,
praise God.
That's something I want to do. That's something I've learned from OnlyFans. But I would love to branch out from OnlyFans and be doing other things in music or anything like that. I think it would be really cool to have like Madonna has, like she has the sex book, and like later down the line, it's like, oh yeah, go look back at Asher sex book.
I am not a full-time sex worker. I have a full-time 9-to-5 job. OnlyFans has really given me the freedom to, you know, live the life I want to live. I'm happy doing the things that I'm doing. However, it would be really foolish of me, as I am, to, you know, get rid of my job, because this is my legitimacy. And, you know, I don't have jobs that would really, I'm not the spokesperson for that company. So it doesn't matter if I am sucking on the internet. They don't care. They're not looking for Myra. You know, nobody's Googling me and be like, oh, you're the one that helped me.
I did not know
I heard
the
that.
whole college thing. I got some college credits under my belt if I really want to ever go back. But even just the 1 year of doing...
She looks like a Twitch streamer. Do y'all know what I mean by that?
Not really.
Yeah, she has a background that I would have.
She has the environment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
The color, that ultra HD camera that she's shooting on that literally nobody else has.
Well, she was gonna go on YouTube. At least don't send them a good camera.
Yeah. Wait, what?
She looks like a YouTube streamer.
Yeah, you know, the chair, the light in the background, the color, the atmosphere.
I love that light though. It's so nice.
Yeah. Y'all get what I'm saying. She does look tan as well, Luna. Luna always out here trying to throw smoke.
School, it accumulated so much debt, which thanks to OnlyFans, I've paid off. My boyfriend and I just got a Tesla. We're planning on...
You and your boyfriend just got a who?
A Tesla.
Hold on.
I mean, they kind of ugly, but that's a flex still.
That's a dummy flex. Hold on. What we finna do is...
It depends on which Tesla.
It don't matter. I can't afford one. It don't matter.
No. Okay,
I mean, it's a name drop nonetheless.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a ding.
It's like, yeah, me and my boyfriend, we just bought a Tesla with my OnlyFans money. If I could say that, shit.
Technically, you could buy a Tesla right now.
No. Please.
Hey, that accessory, you
Dude,
really could.
do not let Liz lie on me. Do not let Liz do this.
In OnlyFans with my VR avatar.
Bro, oh, people are here for that.
You could buy a Tesla Model 3.
Listen, I don't want y'all to be misled by this woman, this insane woman who is saying, Marquise, you can purchase this Tesla. No, I cannot. No, I cannot.
You have enough money to purchase that Tesla. I promise you.
What makes you think that? Oh my God. Your opinion of me is so positive, and God knows I appreciate that. I love that. That's wonderful. I just wish it was accurate.
Is that my bestie in the Tesla?
I just wish it was accurate. Also, what I like about Teslas, just buying Tesla, you can order them, they'll ship them to your house. Let's hit order now. Hold on, let me get off this page because it may show up my address. Hold on, let me show y'all. Let me see if I can find... Oh, look at that. Okay, I got the prices. I didn't have to show my thing. So, I can get a Model 3 Tesla. It'll come between 1 and 13 weeks. Between 1 and 13. Depends on how long it take them to build that bitch. Anyway, standard range, $33,000. I could purchase a Tesla. I don't know why she thinks I can do this.
What? You didn't buy it. What? They probably didn't buy it. They didn't put on the lifestyle at once, anyways. What makes you think you can't do the same?
Listen to me. I understand that you're not saying I have the cash. I understand that. However, I think you're inferring that I have the credit to make this purchase. You are sorely mistaken. I don't have the income to make the monthly payments that you're inferring that I have. Like, Liz, I appreciate this opinion that you think you have of me. Again, I just wish it were accurate. Anyway, hello, WAP. Nice to meet you. How'd you find the channel? Welcome. I don't think I've seen you before. Hello there. Anyway, we're talking about how to eat a banana. No, we're not. We're talking about OnlyFans. What am I talking about? All right.
Doing road trips, camping in the Tesla, going around filming content in it. And I would never be able to do that.
Content in the Tesla? Hello.
Basic 9 to 5. I think if I wasn't doing sex work, I would probably still just be like a stay-at-home girlfriend, cleaning, cooking.
That's true. Say that again.
Well, you know, all the artists, they love to say, you know, I could be working a 9 to 5. It's not that I work a 9 to 5. You just don't really understand the problem. You literally have no obligations once you clock out. I'm freed from having to deal with any coworkers and deal with any other people's opinion about anything once I clocked out. She is always on at this point.
Who?
I don't get it. No, like her and like just artists in general. They're rappers. They love saying that in like their songs. It's just like, I thought I agreed with them as a child when I didn't know anything, but now I just don't understand it. Like, I truly just don't understand it. I have no desire to be on all the time. I have no desire.
I agree.
Yeah, like on one hand, yes, 9 to 5s can be very boring, but 9 to 5 also generally sets kind of like a boundary between your work and home life.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. If you're the like independent creatives, like me, well, I mean, I am, but that's not my primary source of income. But like independent creatives, photographers, videographers, people that work from content creators, YouTubers, things like that. Sometimes there is a blur between what is content, what is your personal life, what is your job, so on and so forth. And the thing I like about my 9 to 5 is that they can pay me well. Not that I make a lot of money or anything, but I'm making more money right now with my new job that I started last Monday. I'm making more money now than I've ever made in any other job before. And if it's after 5 o'clock, I don't look at my phone. I don't look at emails. I don't have to do anything. If I were the type of person where I owned my own, let's just say, if I had the freedom, we call it freedom in a capitalist society. We call it, I have the freedom of running my own business, running my own photo studio or something like that. I can never not be on the clock because I am solely responsible for the success of this business. And so it is a huge drawback. I mean, it's a lot of give and take there. I understand the benefits and everything, but maybe I'm just not the type of person that always wants to be on. I'm perfectly fine having a 9 to 5 job, but I'd also be cool if I had my own thing where nobody had to tell me that I lose my job if I don't respond to this email. I may lose a contract, may lose a client if I don't do X, Y, and Z. It's all my responsibility. But it's like they're just different. It's different levels of risk. And, it's hard to set boundaries when you work from home. I can imagine that it is. It hasn't been for me. There's some stuff I'll tell y'all off stream about my new job and everything. But I'll just say in general, my new job has been pretty chill recently because my boss does not care where I am at any given moment. As long as I turn my stuff in, and it's been like that for my last job as well, it does not matter where I am. They don't care if I'm at the gym or I'm getting my car fixed or anything. If I can respond to an email, if I can turn in an assignment or whatever, nothing else matters. The guy that I work for, I'm not going to say his name, but like not my boss, not technically my supervisor, but like my boss's peer, I guess you could say, or something. Like a regional VP or everything. This man, you can never find him. Like you never know what part of the world he's in. He'll call you from a plane. He'll call you while he's on vacation. He might be from the beach or anything like that. And it's like, I appreciate the fact that I have a 9 to 5 job where I don't have to answer emails after 5 o'clock, but I can answer them from anywhere. I don't have to be in the office. I don't have to be in pants. I don't have to be in pants. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to scream, but that's just such a big thing to me. I don't care about pants. Anyway, my thing is, I understand the benefits of both. I understand how people think I can't do this 9 to 5 thing. All right, well, I'll do it for you then. Damn, give me your salary and benefits. You go fuck around on the internet taking pictures without health care. Do that shit by your damn self. Maybe you'll make 6 figures. Maybe you'll die broken alone. I don't know. But I do know there is a bottom. Listen, bro, I'm just telling you, the sky's the limit. There's no upper limit or bottom limit when you're an entrepreneur. But there is a bottom limit for me when I work a 9 to 5. And right now, that is more important. It is more important that I will not slip into, there is a threshold beyond which I am likely to not slip below. That is more important to me, especially in a pandemic, especially as a young professional, especially as someone just out of college. That is way more important to me than the potential to make unlimited gobs of money. Some people that makes them making money of that magnitude has not been interesting for me for a long time. Money stopped being that interesting to me beyond like the money that I need and the money that I want to be able to do the things I want. Like, money has not been itself been an end goal for me for like a decade. I was in high school the last time I wanted to make a lot of money. I want to make what is probably considered to be a lot of money so I can do a bunch of other shit and not have to worry about clocking in every single day. But no, like, I just don't want to be poor anymore. I don't think that's asking too much. What, Block Mike, what he saying? I don't get how work from home jobs can be until I started. Wait, I didn't get how bad work from home jobs could be until I started doing school from home. It has its benefits, but you can never log off. Your teacher can contact you in 11 and just have to be okay with it. I feel like, I don't know if that's a work from home thing. That may be a school from home thing.
Yeah. Okay, I totally, okay. I thought that it is both. I feel like done both. School from home is 1,000 times worse.
Yeah.
1,000 times worse than work. I don't know what exactly type of boundaries these teachers just forgotten about. But yeah, that definitely is the worst, because there's no reason. Like, I don't respond to emails if it's after 8, even when I was in classes, because at that point, like, there's no reason for us to be going back and forth this late in the night.
Yeah, I feel like, and you're exactly right, Liz and Asteroid, I feel like the fact that I'm learning school from home should not be justification to email me after a certain period of time. Because even if I had your class, I still, how is that different from if I sat in your classroom? If I physically sat in your classroom at 7 o'clock in the morning, or rather, let's just say 8. If I sat in your classroom at 8 o'clock in the morning 2 or 3 times a week, you're not going to expect an email from me if you email me at 6 p.m. Why is it that the fact that I sit in your lecture on Zoom at 8 o'clock in the morning 2 or 3 times a week, why does that suddenly mean I can suddenly respond to that email? Why the hell? What's the difference? Why does that make it different? People that are learning from home, like tele-learning, distance learning rather, I feel like they have it a lot worse than people working from home. I thought that I was going to love working from home, and then I got into it, and I was like, man, it's kind of crazy. I really miss going into the office because it really had that definite break, that actual barrier between this and the third. And then the more I did it, the more I was like, I don't ever want to go back to work. I'm saving too much damn gas money, number one. Number two, nobody can tell me what the hell I can't do. This is my office. You can't come and tell me I can't wear pants as I make oatmeal. Fuck you. I make oatmeal. I pay for this damn microwave. The company don't own this. Like, when I tell y'all, bro, listen, I just got to be honest. I may tell myself, this may come back to bite. And there were times where I've worked from home in the last 15 months. I won't say when. But I may be technically clocked in at 7:30 in the morning, and it'll be 10 before I actually do any ounce of work. And then I'll work for 2 or 3 hours legitimately and stay clocked in for the rest of the day because I got to get my hours. I got to make my money, right? But my boss doesn't know the difference between a project that takes all day and a project that takes all week. And they never have to. Why would I tell them that? If they say, Marquise, you have 4 days to finish this project, and I finish it on day 1, I'm going to spend the rest of those three days fucking around playing Fortnite or whatever and getting paid to do it. Why would you not? Why would you not? I love working from home for the privacy. What were you saying, Liz?
I literally, like, always send my stuff, like, 2 hours after they send it, even if it takes.
Uh-huh. Because you don't want to build that expectation that if you tell me that it's due at a certain time and I turn it in before that, I don't want you thinking that all of a sudden I'm Superman and I can just do stuff in a drop of a hat. No. If you say I have 10 days to finish this project, I may take 8, 9, or 10. But it's not going to take me 5 and it's not going to take me 3 because Now you think I can just do something at a drop of a hat? Hell no. No, I can't. I'm gonna take my damn time.
Set that precedent.
Exactly, Russell.
Expectations low.
Exactly. And that is why I love working from home. I'm not cheating the system. I'm not stealing money from the government or anything like that. No. Because if I was in the office, I'd be doing the same shit, but worse. If I'm sitting in the office, now I'm just sitting in the office wearing pants and dress shoes, messing around on YouTube, and then clicking off the screen when my boss walks by. How is that somehow more ethical than what I'm doing now? Now I don't have to bother anybody. Now you ain't got to keep the lights on. Now you ain't got to pay the air conditioning. Now you ain't even got to worry about me giving me a security card to come into the office. It works out for everybody. Like, come on, man.
There was like one thing. It's like people that work full time versus people that work part time. Part-time workers work more real hours.
Yeah.
Like proportionally. Versus like full-time workers, because like a lot of that time, because they're just filling in those full entire 40 hours, a lot of that time's like dead time that's not actually spent working.
Exactly. I know people that work officially 60 to 70 hours a week in what they consider full-time jobs, like producers, like film producers. They do a lot of work. And they're always working because they're never off because they have a lot of responsibilities. On the complete other end of the spectrum is the exact same experience. People that are working 2 or 3 part-time jobs at restaurants. They might be serving at one place, be a busboy or a chef or a cook or something at another one. They may be a lineman. They may do road work. They may do a whole bunch of things. But they're working so many actual hours. They spend 90 to 100% of their actual on time, like, of the time they spend on the clock in actual labor. I do not. I am blessed and privileged to have that experience, because God knows I know what it's like to be on the other side of that. I'm talking about, I've worked at 2 restaurants before, serving at one, bussing tables at the other, working 16 hours a day, making absolutely damn near no money. It felt illegal. I'm talking about I got checks because they had to give us checks by law, and the check would have $0 on it because they thought I made enough in tips, but it was tip share or whatever bullshit that's supposed to be. I understand what that's like. And I am so glad that's not my reality anymore, which is why we need to pay these people living wages. But Kiki says, love working from home. I love not having to see or speak to my coworkers. Yes, ma'am. I love not having to do 4 or 5 hours a day as a freelancer. Absolutely. I don't love getting paid beans. I don't love getting a W-2. Really? I love getting a W-2. And I don't love not being an employee. If I could get a remote 9 to 5, that's easy enough. I can wrap up early every day. I'd be set for life. Yeah, Kiki, that's how I am right now. What I hate about my job right now, and it's so minor, I'm so privileged that this is what I hate about my job, is that people want to put meetings in the afternoon. Like, in my last job, I would get messages constantly, every single day, like at any hour of the day, from my boss and other people saying that, like, hey, Marquise, I need you to do this thing. Marquise, I need this thing. Marquise, I have questions. Can you help me with this? So I could never completely remove myself from it until people knew that I was off. I could never actually remove myself from it. Where I am now, maybe because I'm new, maybe that'll change soon. Nobody says anything to me the entire day. The entire day, nobody says a word to me unless it might be in an email, which I prefer instead of messaging me on Teams. Or what they'll do is I'll have a meeting at 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I hate that, because that means I'm not done until I sit through this damn meeting. Like, put that shit in the morning and then I'm good to go. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. But like, it's like I'm not done until then. I just want them to put that thing early. You know what I'm saying? Afternoon meetings are the devil's work. Absolutely. Put that shit at 10 or 11 a.m. every single time. Before that is too early, after that is too late. That's all I gotta say. Let me go to lunch right after this meeting.
Let me go back to sleep right after this, Hannah.
Shoot, yeah. Don't message me. I will wake up 10 minutes before the meeting. I will have my jacket next to me in case somebody's telling me to turn my camera on, which happened today. And then after the meeting, I'm gone. Don't say nothing to me. That's all I got to do.
Are you one of those people that says bye?
Oh, heaven. Well, if it's under 5 people. If I've spoken in the meeting, I will say bye. If I have not spoken, you will not hear from me. If it's more than 10 people, even if I'm the person who gave the presentation, if it's more than 10 people in there, I will not say bye. I was like, and I'll leave it there. And then they'll say, cool, I think we're good. Click! I'm out that bitch quick! I'm gone. You can't say nothing to me. Anyway. Whew. Wow.
In our morning meetings, my manager always like says good morning, and I was like, voice and say the word.
Like,
I don't know why that little one just pains me so much.
it's so gross. It's so annoying. It's like that completely understandable, but maybe objectively irrational annoyance that I get when people are in the kitchen. Does anybody else feel that? Like, I live with my sister, and I get mad as hell when she's in the kitchen for some reason. I don't know. It's her house.
Well, you pay rent, so it's your house too.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. Her name's on the lease, is what I'm saying. It's like,
You pay rent.
I get mad. I guess I'm her roommate, but like I get mad when she's in the kitchen because that somehow discourages my movement in the house, and it shouldn't. She's basically my twin. I mean, we've been living together most of our lives. It shouldn't, but like when a person is in the, like, because I spend most of my time in my room anyway, when somebody's in the kitchen or the living room, I'm like less likely to leave my room, and somehow that offends me. It insults me. Kill her and raid the fridge forever. Sure. Like, I guess, I don't know why, but like, yeah, I don't want people, when I show up to a meeting, don't say anything to me. Like, if we're in the office, that's fine because you can already see me. I've already had to put pants on. That's not going to bother me. But if I'm in a meeting in like Zoom or Teams or something, it is so rude and disrespectful for you to ask me to say something. I'm just sitting here, my face ain't on, my pants ain't on. I don't want to be seen. Why would you tell me? Why would you do some dumb shit like that? Why would you say, hey, Marquise, now I gotta say something, or else I look like I'm faking it, which I am, but I don't want to be caught doing it. You didn't put me in this spot, Elizabeth. How dare you? How dare you?
Very called out right now.
I just hope, I pray to God that COVID, if there's a silver lining, it teaches these motherfuckers some internet etiquette. If I'm in the office, it's rude if you don't acknowledge me. If we on Teams, don't you dare say my name. That's all I gotta say. Man, I'm hungry, man. I'm about to get off this damn internet. I'm about to get off Biden's internet. All right, y'all. We got like a minute and a half left. I cannot believe we actually may finish this video before the 3-hour mark. So let's cool your jets, Keish. You always end up yelling. Every time you stream, you end up yelling. All right, I get you. All right. Here we go. Song request. All right, tell me what song you want, and I'll play it as I exit the stream. All right, let's do this. Damn, I'm hungry.
You don't necessarily have to be sucking on OnlyFans. You can bake a cake on OnlyFans. Like, it's what you make it, and you know, just being a content creator and
you can suck dick through a cake. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm so sorry.
This day and age, it's really a blessing that OnlyFans
I'm sure
here
into it
because it's actually been a lifeboat for millions of people in this pandemic. If you want to be real, there's no way. Like, I've never heard of anything like this. You know, where people have been put in such a situation where our own government is not helping us, and we are all hustlers at one time.
I think these conversations.
I agree, because YouTube couldn't do that. Twitch almost did that, but it did it for so many fewer people because you can get on Twitch for free. Twitch, I thought Twitch was gonna do that for me. Like, I didn't even need it. I was blessed enough and privileged enough to where I could work from home. But I thought that, like, oh, it's the pandemic, Twitch is gonna make me famous and popular and everything. And I'm having the amount of success that I feel like I want. Any more, it may get out of hand. Any less, and I feel like a failure. No, I'm in a very good, comfortable place, and I'm happy about this. Twitch can't do this for everybody. It's just not built to do it for everybody. Everybody can have a platform, but not everybody can succeed in the same way. OnlyFans is different because you have to pay for it, and I feel like people are honestly more willing to pay for like sexual content than just some Negro like me screaming about that sexual content. I honestly feel that. I don't feel like I should charge for the type of content I make right now. Honestly, I would rather it be free. Maybe I'll get a sponsorship down the line. Maybe somebody throw me a subscription or something like that. But no, I do this shit for free because I enjoy it. And I feel like the type of content I make is not deserving of an entry fee. There should be no price for admission. I am on here to scream and yell and say things that are dumb and stupid and maybe laugh and play a video game every now and then. That's my whole point. But this type of stuff they're doing is not because it's more work. It's just the type of content they make. I feel like I don't mind there being a cover charge, and I'm glad that people, I'm glad that people are able and willing to pay for it because it really has been a lifeboat, like she says.
These are really important to.
There's anything I've learned from TikTok is you can make money doing anything. People will pay anything.
Hell yeah.
Well, people would pay for content even if you don't believe what people say.
If people like it, they'll talk with their dollars.
Stigma around sex work, and normalize sex in general. Also, I'm so thankful for OnlyFans allowing us to express ourselves sexually, while Instagram or TikTok or anything like that is constantly shutting down and censoring voices of LGBT or anything of that sort.
Exactly.
And I think it's also important for us as a community of creators or anything to stand against the internet regulations that people or government is going to put on the internet, things like that.
It was good to meet you.
Thank you.
Great.
Guys.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that last section. Everything they said, I completely agree with. I know Instagram, they're a private company. They can decide who is and isn't on their platform. There's nothing wrong with that. That's their thing. I appreciate that there are spaces where certain content that may not end up on those platforms are able to go. I really do appreciate that. Now, we have a song request. Kiki wants Cruel Summer by Bananarama. Did I pronounce that right? I think I got the Cruel Summer right. All right, let's hear it. Okay, I'm fucking with it. Yeah. Anyway, folks, I had a really good time. Bougie way to say it, banana rada. I had a really good time. This was a good conversation. I'm gonna post a Discord, so if you're here, thank you so much for coming. If this is your first time joining the conversation, join my Discord. We have an entire Discourse channel. Don't have to worry about it. We don't post, arguments in the chat, in the main chat at least. There is a channel there. You can post some videos, post memes, food, pets, all that type of thing. Come join the conversation. I don't know what she just said, but yeah. There's just a lot of opportunity. If there's something that you want us to talk about on stream, I encourage you. Tell me about it because I want to talk about it. I'll talk about anything for any time period because talking is all I can do. So yeah. Anyway, hold on, let me see real quick. What do y'all want to talk about next? Let me check the Discord real quick and see if there's something. What are we talking about next Thursday? I'll be having another conversation next Thursday. Let's see. Let's check the Discourse.
I gotta go. Adios. I'll see you tomorrow. Actually, I'm not gonna make it.
Well, I won't be streaming tomorrow, but Luna Baduna will be. So thank you. Have a great one. Let me see. I like this song, Liz. Not Liz. I like this song, Kiki. Let me ask y'all something. So, Luna Baduna, she is a great content creator, and you should follow her. She will be streaming tomorrow. Yes, Kiki, I'm sorry. Before you yell at me, I am so sorry. Shout out to Crip Kiki, one of the coolest to ever do it. Really, when nobody else likes the stuff I like, there's Kiki for me. Great friend, great taste in media, great taste in everything. So, we appreciate her. Anyway, we're about to raid my homie, Munch. So please, if you want to jump on, yeah, let's give a double-digit welcome to my boy Munch. You already know we like that. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much.